opposing defense, the three Consawat brothers will step in with their explosive offense.
This game looks fun. My goal already investigate Marvel cards in MTG. 100%, bro. 100%. What up, Shin? I already invested Marvel cards. Marvel cards look good. The new Captain America looks fucked up.
He just keeps going. Japan, they're outnumbered, but can they break through? He just keeps going. He never even reached the ball.
This game looks fun.
He jumps for it. Did you see that? Wacharapon, they're going long.
Fuck. What is this game, bro? I'm good, man. How you doing, Mr. Ralph? Is this multiplayer? What up, Zinx? This game is so crazy.
He's crossed the center line. Will this be their big moment? Nice play da. Farhan, he took it right to the goal. Matsuyama, a skillful ploy and it paid off. They're tightening up around the goal. And they stopped it.
Soccer slop? Yeah, 100%. Shake my head. GameCube Mario Strike was better. I never played it. I've not played a game like this. The only one I played like this is like the DS, what was it called? Inazuma 11. It's like a soccer RPG.
They're outnumbered, but can they break through? No one can stop it. We're headed for Armageddon on the pitch. Is Judgment 9?
What the fuck?
He's got the ball. He breaks through. Intercepted.
Played the first game. This shit fire. How you doing, man? That looks fun.
He took it right to the goal. Will this cross work? He goes right for the shot. Attack down shot. Look at that.
Perfect save. What governs a perfect save versus a bad save? Or is it automated?
You can feel the determination. He's unstoppable. Nice play. Matsuyama, can he break through alone?
What? Damn.
Lightning reflexes and power. Wacharapon, they're going long. A display of power right out of martial arts. This match is heating up. The excitement's off the charts. He slipped by.
Oh, he's on fire. Wait, from that. It's like a heated pat, bro. I am stunned. I have no idea what I'm watching, but I'm captivated. I ain't gonna lie. Like, how does it work? What is that red line indicating? Like a pass partner, or a tackle partner, or a tackle? Super pass, super shot. I mean, that makes sense. Wacharapon! Damn. Hold on, this isn't blue lock. Long. Oh, we're taking a shot from downtown? Oh shit. Tripod. Bad save. Goal! Damn. This game kind of... I fuck with the visuals. They're capturing the... Will the single player content of this game be godlike like Inazuma 11? Inazuma 11 on the DS was so good. That was so good. Oh, it really was a football RPG and it was great. What up, Chad? And man, I don't want to think. Well, we're about to. I'm about to get on a call. I'm about to get on a call with a buddy. My contact.
He stole the ball. A fierce tackle. Boom. And here comes a pass. He couldn't even touch the ball. And here we go into stoppage time. Which team will take the most momentum into the half? A roundhouse. The Falcon dive.
How you doing, Corsi? Normal save. Ah, brag. I'm looking into Soul Calibur 2 in that play. That shit looks hella promising. All right, keep me posted.
He's crossed the center line. He lifts the ball to slip through. Japan. And the first half ends with a small lead. But how this match will end is still anyone's guess. Now for the second half. Farhan. He's crossed the center line.
So I'm guessing that the line, every time you have the ball, one defender has a chance to like RPG stop you. I'm guessing that's what's happening here. So that blue line's like, I'm here to stop you. So there's some sort of mechanic to govern whether or not you can like get past. What can the attacker do? Right, so now we're in Allen. So I guess his dribble check beat the player's tackle check. So this happened. Tackle. Dribble tech.
He's crossed the center line.
Yeah, it's dead on arrival. 6 last round. We'll see, man. Oh! The elephant tackle. Hey, oh, yo, homie is dead. Homie is dead. He died, bro. Oh, homie is dead. That's it, bro. This looks fun. This looks fun. I ain't gonna lie. This looks fun. I might cop. I might actually cop. This looks fun. If there's a story mode, I might cop. I might actually cop. This looks like a lot of fun. Like mechanically, they get it. They know how to capture not real football, anime football. Best kind of football. That's actually kind of sick. Fuck. All right. Anyway, without further ado, enough foreplay. Let's get on. Let's get it. Let's get it. I got a call to make. My man, Golden Ghost. Golden Ghost. Voice call inbound. Looks like fun FIFA. Yeah, basically. Looks like FIFA Street. I miss arcade sports games. Hello.
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. What up, man?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. All right, so stream. Can you hear Golden Ghost? Can you hear Golden Ghost? Hopefully you can hear him. Hopefully you can hear him. Let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear my man. Just to make sure, because I hate when I do this and I start yapping for ages and then it's like 20 minutes in. So, you missed all the good shit, stream, because you can hear.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's happened to me too. You can hear? All right, cool. That happens all the time. Anyway, man, how you been, man? How you doing? How you doing?
I've been rolling with the punches, man.
Damn.
Been rolling with the punches. It's been how can I say? Been one of those times like this is how I would imagine people who were playing Tekken were feeling during like season 2. This kind of this is how I'd imagine it feels like. But,
oh God.
Hey man,
I see it.
What can I say? I'm here till the wheels fall off. So
for those of you who don't know, so Golden Ghost, I discovered you back when I was playing DOA. I played DOA for about a month and a bit. I gave it a shot. It was on sale. This was back when they released, or they announced, what was it called? They announced, Last Round was coming. So I was like, okay. I ain't never really given DOA a chance. Never. So I was like, let me give it a shot. And I found 2 things. 1, I found that three things. One, I found that the DOA core combat system is really interesting. I understand why people get hooked on that shit. It's really clever. Like, obviously, I knew about holes, but I never studied it. And I'm like, oh, the whole system is actually hella clever. I can see how people can get hooked on this shit for decades. Like, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Two, I realized that your community is godlike, because even though that, frankly, the developers have not really supported the community kind of low-key supported itself. Like, just constantly playing, streaming, helping each other out. Like, community, at least the fighting game part, the Guna part, that's a separate thing. But the actual fighting game players, they've just been godlike. And the second they see you trying to learn their game, they just come in, they try and help you. And I was like, all right, so this time has been good. Encountering all the people that I encountered in DOA community, including you. I was like, this is good shit. The third thing, though, is that Koei Tecmo don't like you motherfuckers. Koei Tecmo don't like you motherfuckers. Koei Tecmo don't like you motherfuckers. They have been keeping you on the hook for the longest time. So right off the bat, how are you feeling about LR? Like, how, because this is your game. This is your thing. How do you feel? How you feeling, man?
Man. I don't know where I can even start. So right off, I guess the best place to start would be the actual announcement. So
sure.
The way I found out that 6LR was getting announced or released, I was at work at the time. But people, so I was at work, and a bunch, like, my phone normally is on, like, you know, like, I don't really get that many notifications unless it's something like serious going on.
Right.
So for me to be at work and it's like 3 p.m. or whatever, and my phone is just blowing up, like I'm getting messages, like my Discord is popping, and I'm like, I don't know why my Discord is acting up like this, but something must have happened. And I'm seeing a lot of people talk about DOA. I instantly turned my phone off. I'm like, I don't want to get spoiled. I want to figure it out when I get home. So I got home. As soon as I got home, I got on the setup. I turned my phone back up. Even my brother texted me. My brother don't even play DOA no more. He texted me like, yo, you might want to check to see what's going on. So I'm like, all right, let me look it up. I type some stuff up. Boom. DOA 6 last round. I'm like, bro, what is this? I look at it. The game's coming back. Hype is at like top tier, because I'm thinking, my mind is thinking of how I was from before, because when I first started playing DOA, it was from DOA 5 Ultimate. That's how I got into it. And when 5 Ultimate came to 5 last round, that was a significant upgrade.
So hold on, no, help me understand this for those of us who didn't play that game. So what changed from 5 Ultimate to 5 last round? What is the DOA community typically expecting when you call a game last round?
So, genuinely, or not, essentially, the whenever the game goes from one version to the next, it's a significant upgrade.
Right.
Significant upgrade. They kind of like, think of it like how it was with Street Fighter 4, where they had Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4 Super, Street
Ultimate,
Fighter 4 Ultra.
Ultra,
kind of like that. So when DOA Vanilla went to DOA 5 Ultimate, they had significantly rebalanced the game, repurposed the game, added in new stages, new characters, and new content overall for the game.
Okay.
And then when 5 Ultimate went to 5 last round, and when I was there for this, first of all, you didn't have to pay for no separate version. It was a free upgrade.
Right.
That's one. I didn't have to pay for nothing. My game just updated. And matter of fact, I remember specifically on the PlayStation when it did do the update, it still said Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate till you clicked on it. Then when you went to the title screen, it said last round.
Right,
so
right.
It's still registered
So
in the game as Ultimate.
The same executable, basically. Update. Right. Okay, that makes sense.
So, but they added in a bunch of different costumes. They collabed with a bunch of people. They had costumes. They had like the costumes was crazy. They had like Guilty Gear Strive collabs or Guilty Gear collabs. Like you could have Rachel costume as like Milia Rage. They had Senran Kagura collabs. Like they had a whole bunch of different collabs. Then they had a bunch of different guest things. Like they had an Attack on Titan stage.
Right.
That was
I saw that.
That was really dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yep. And then they had the Mai, which you can't get her no more because that license expired and they didn't want to renew it.
Right.
But it is what it is on that. But Mai was a really big deal. And then they also had a collab with the Warriors. Yep. And then really it was just a significant upgrade from a whole bunch of different stuff. It was just, it's free, they're rebalancing and they're adding stuff to it. And that was just like, you knew what to expect when it came from that. Like it was just solid improvements across the board.
So then six is here, right?
Yeah.
And 6 is like you're going from Dead or Alive 6 to like last round, right? You're skipping ultimate, I guess, right?
Yeah, so
that was and you're paying money for it. So I have no doubt that like the amount of stuff in this game is gonna be crazy, right? Right?
That's what you would expect. That's what you would expect. Right? Because that's what's really like blowing my mind about it, because the way we left off was really rough.
Yeah.
The way we left off was really rough because just a death by 1,000 cut situation with DOA 6 just in general, because just even from the launch, they didn't launch with any lobbies,
right?
And this is what I'm finna skip ahead just a little bit.
Go ahead,
because there's something that I wanted to that I want to lead to, but it's on my mind now. I gotta say it. For whatever reason, I don't know if Koei Tecmo understands, at least from a fighting game perspective, how important the launch sales are.
Right.
I don't know if they're seeing a different pattern that I don't see or anybody else doesn't see, but generally most of the sales come from that first week.
Of course.
So it would make the most sense to promote for that first week.
Yes.
You know, but for whatever reason, the advertising it hasn't been good.
Bro,
like there's no real nice way to say it.
I would have forgot that game existed if it wasn't for the fact that I followed you, I followed Emery, I followed Sakurai. Like if it wasn't for the fact that I all of a sudden like my algorithms have got DOA players in it, I would have completely forgot this game was coming out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have completely forgot. I was like, oh yeah. I don't, but you actually raised an interesting question though. Like, have they forgotten? For me, whenever large corporations or politicians for that matter make quote unquote stupid decisions, I realize that they usually aren't stupid. They're just like differently motivated. You know what I mean? Like it's just their motivations are different to what I think they are. And so when I see this, I'm trying to think like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think they care. I know that sounds kind of wild, but I don't think they care, because it's like, how much money do you think they really spent on this? Because let's take a step back. From what they've announced, what is in the game? Like, why should you buy this? Like, and again, I want you to answer this because you're the one who's in the scene. In some ways, you got way more skin in the game than me. Why should someone buy this version?
That is a very interesting question, because one thing that I've been trying to figure out for the longest time, just based on everything they've shown us, is who is the target audience for the game.
Right.
That's been the main thing I've been trying to figure out, because I've been trying to make a positive video, like because the morale is like low. So I've been trying to find a way to positively speak, to like have like a way to like be like, if you're into this, then you might want to consider getting it. But it's like, it just, so I'm gonna run by all my answers that I came up with that I had to eventually scratch off.
Let's hear it.
So I was thinking, okay, who is the target audience for DOA 6 last round?
Okay.
Off the bat, I don't think it's the DOA fans, because I believe that they kind of already knew we was going to get this anyway.
Right.
If we're already like ingrained into it, we were going to get this anyway. Like, I've been playing this game for 10 years. I play the game for 10 years. I make content for it. Of course I'm going to buy it.
Right.
And I want to support DOA 7. Of course I'm going to buy it, you know? So scratch that off immediately. I was thinking, okay, maybe they want to bring in casuals. Okay. So what type of casuals? Certainly not the casual fighting game player, because okay, so I've helped out, including you, I want to say maybe 6 different people. I've helped try to get them into DOA. And out of them, only 2 of them stuck around. And the reason why only 2 of them stuck around was because they liked the system that much. Every other one, including you, the moment that no crossplay or no rollback was brought up, your nose instantly turned up. Like it's just a big stink bomb in the room. Just like, yo, what's going on here? I don't like that.
No, 100%. It's like just to speak on that, like I played DOA and I reached that sort of intermediate plateau where I'm like, okay, I kind of got a sense of what my character wants to do, but like if you want to survive in this game, you got to know what everyone else wants to do, right? So you got to know that this Christie string ends in a low, right? You got to know that this fucking Hitomi string ends in a mid punch, right? You kind of need to start doing study, right? If you want to take the next level.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I was at. I've reached the point where like, okay, if I actually want to get to the next level, I actually have to start like labbing and studying. I said, all right, but why am I going to do that when like the online experience is such a nightmare? Like the player base is small, but you can get games, right? But like the online experience is so tricky, and you look at the amount of work required to take the next level, and then you compare it to, let's say, the number of people playing, but then also perhaps even more importantly, just like how much of a shit DOA seems to care. You're like, I'm not going to put the effort in if you're not going to put the effort in. Right. I'm especially motivated just because like Tekken is actually quite similar. Tekken demands a lot of you if you want to go to the next level. You got to study law strings. You got to study Brian strings. And I'm like, I already have this game that's like, is a lot of the study to play ratio is heavy in Tekken. I'm like, all right, do I really want to jump into that for DOA? And it's like, the game asks a lot of you, and so you would expect the game to give you more, and it really doesn't. It really, like, the only reason I even played for as long as I did is because of people like you, and because of like the community was so hype, and like there were a lot of other people interested, and because I was curious about the new game. So I was like, all right, cool, maybe I'll put in the work, and then the new game will breathe some new life into the game, and then it'll be worthwhile. But then once we start to realize that, oh, the new game is just the old game, but you got to buy it again. And the DLC, it's kind of like, oh man, it seems kind of wild. But I cut you off. You're saying like it's clearly not for the hardcore because they're in, right? If you want to stay in, you got to get the game, and it's not there for casuals because they haven't done that. What else did you have to cross off your list?
I was thinking. So my third answer was thinking, okay, what is the possibility that they want to bring in the casuals that play the other DOA, the vacation games.
Yeah.
And the reason why I came to that was because of the things that they have shown us that are new. So the things that they've shown us that are new, outside of it being the exact same game, we're getting new costumes for like 4 characters.
Awesome.
And
can we stop? Can we stop for a second? You're getting new costumes. This actually tilted me, and I'm sure it tilted you too. Because I play Lisa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they were like, there are new costumes. Great. For 4 of the characters. They didn't even make a new costume for every you would think one new costume for every character. No. It's new costumes for like the most popular characters. I'm like, that is so wild, bro. Like I got into a fight recently with C4 about slop and laziness in fighting games, and I'm like, this to me sounds like how C4 I assume sees Virtua Fighter. So I'm like, but if you're gonna make new characters, new costumes for everyone, why would you not make it for everyone? Because there are people who play Rachel, there are people who play Jan Lee, there are people you'd think you'd make a costume for her. There are people who play Lisa. And I'm like, it's so, but anyway, I cut you up. But honestly, I tilted, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'd already been playing the character for a month and I was tilted. I can't imagine what it's like for you. I was mad.
I don't know. I was just like, man, bro, it just, cause, okay, I'll get to it. I'll get to it when I get to it. But, so I was thinking it was maybe for the casuals of the other side of the community, just off of the fact that the things that they have shown us has been new costumes for a couple characters. We got this new Oboro, which is basically just like a filter that makes the stage look prettier.
Sure.
And they have a photo mode. So that makes me think, okay, what if they're trying to like bring over people that just want to come over and take pictures? But I'm like, how long are you really going to spend, in the photo mode,
right.
Realistically,
right.
So I'm like, okay, I don't think that would last like very well long term if the goal is to get more people into the game, right? So I'm like, okay, so what what I don't know what else. Like I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm just like, man, is it just the best way I can put it, as far as who they were trying to bring over, maybe just people who are just like don't know anything about fighting games, maybe want to get into the IP because they are going to have the free mode. And that's been the route that most people have been saying they're going to do. They're going to get the free version of the game and then probably buy the character they want to play, and that's it. Which it's like, you know, it kind of sucks that it has to be that way, but it's like at the end of the day, I can't really blame them because of the fact that like everything that we've been shown, it doesn't justify $40. But that's just my opinion. It doesn't justify $40. But I mean, if it justifies $40 for you, then I mean, by all means, I'm not gonna tell nobody how to spend their money. Yeah, but I'm just like, can I give you my, because you're right. I did the same thing exercise that you did. I'm like, okay, who's this for? And I went through all the same conclusions that you did, and I came up with the conclusion that might sound overly cynical, but I want to hear your take because you'll know better than me. I think this is a tax. I think because here's the thing: if you just want to play free to play, you can still free to play, right? I think this is, we have got X thousand people who play this game religiously, and we can tax them an additional $30. I legit think it's a tax because, and that sounds overly cynical, but like I would feel differently if they were like, no, but this version is clearly better than the version you've been playing. Because all it would take, and to be fair, we got E3, it's not too late. I mean, it'd be wild if they announce it at E3 and then not before that. But if they just went, yeah, it has crossplay and rollback, honestly, that would low key be enough. Like justify the price. Yeah. It's like, hey, it's the game you've been playing, but better. Like, all right, cool. It's objectively better. Like the experience is objective. You don't change no menus. You don't add. Sorry, not E3. Sorry. What's it called? Evo. Yeah, Evo. Yeah. You don't ain't got no menus, right? Ain't got no training modes on improved. No new characters. Nothing's improved. It's just the actual gameplay. Rollback and crossplay, that would be enough. I genuinely think no one would be talking shit. People might be like, $30 is a little bit much, but I'm like, all right, but it's a better version of the game. What are you gonna do? Right? Like, the fact that they didn't even go that, and they already made costumes for 4 new characters, bro. Oh, I'm dying. It's a tax, bro. It feels like a tax. It's literally just like we can bilk our boys. We can bilk our boys for $30, and that might look good. And that's honestly the only way it makes sense to me. Yeah, I wouldn't be remiss to go against that, to push back against that. There's only one other conclusion that I can think will be feasible, and I'm not gonna lie, this, when I say this, it's gonna sound like hopium. It's gonna sound like hopium, but I just want you to know, I don't think this is 100%. Okay, I don't even think it's 50%, but it's not 0. So I think putting it in the air is fair, just based on everything that I've been seeing, maybe like over the past couple days, and just some other stuff. So for context on where I'm coming with this, we have a community manager. He goes by Master, like the Hayabusa player.
Yeah, I've seen videos of him.
But yeah, he's normally pretty silent with most things. He kind of does a lot of things behind the scenes. Like if it's not, like, he keeps most things in the Discord, unless it's something big happening. Right. So when it's something big happening, like he had like a little event that he put together, when he revealed that, he'll go public for that. When Ninja Gaiden 4 was getting ready to be released, he started going public for that. And then for Dead or Alive 6 last round and DOA 7 announcement, he just randomly started streaming that day. Okay. And that man, his stream schedule is very inconsistent. Right. Yeah. So whenever he has something to say publicly, that's normally when you know something is going to happen. And for whatever reason, he's came out and started reposting stuff and talking about Evo. And then on top of that, Emery has been seeing he's been doing something similar. He's been saying some stuff about Evo. I haven't spoken with him yet. That's my dog right there, Emery, my dog. But I haven't spoke with him yet to see if maybe he's just maybe just trying to build up some type of hype, or if there's maybe something genuinely there that he sees. But it is, there could be a possibility that they're trying to set up for a bunch of post-launch support. And maybe like I said, it's gonna sound like
I hear it. No, I'm not. That size isn't for you. That size, like, I'm actually let's assume that what they're saying is true. Let's actually explore this, right? That's a huge mistake, because like you just said earlier, first week is everything.
Yeah.
Like, if that's your game plan, hold it back. Like, hold it back for 4 months. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hear it. I could see that possibly, but like, that's poor decision making. But like, yeah, maybe you might be right. But sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
But yeah, I lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, when
Evo,
Evo, it's a possibility that they will try to show like all the things that they want to put into the game the day after it launches. Because for just for context, Dead or Alive 6 Last Round drops a day before Evo.
Yeah,
the release date is for the 25th.
It's Thursday, yeah.
The release date's for the 25th. It might be, for all I know, it could be like they might do a thing where they drop it at midnight, so technically it's Friday, but
sure.
When you look it up, it says the 25th, and Evo is on the 26th. So, but like you just said, that doesn't make sense to me at the same time from a marketing perspective, because say in a perfect world, they go to the Evo thing, they have a whole hour. I'm still kind of salty about what happened at Evo Japan. They had 30 minutes and they only spent
I'm so glad you said that, because you're talking about Evo and I'm like, bro, Evo Japan, I was there. I saw. Yeah. Oh yeah, go on.
So in a perfect world, they come out at Evo, they use the whole hour, and they spend the whole hour showing a bunch of stuff with like the promotion material. They say we're working on adding rollback into the game. We're going to show this character, that character, and we're going to leave the other two characters a secret, but just know one might be a guess, one might not be a guess, whatever. And then they end it with some Dead or Alive 7 stuff. I would be happy, but I would be mad at the same time.
Yeah, you
and
should
the reason
be.
why I would be happy because obviously we're getting the things we want. And now, with, like you said, with rollback and crossplay, the price is justified. Even with rollback, I could finesse a justification off of rollback.
Yeah, right. It just has to be better. It just has to be better than the game you've been playing for the past however many years.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all it needs.
So, like, I will be happy about them changes. And just to be clear, I'm not even really mad about the things that they said. Like when they just said photo mode and the Obero stages, I'm not mad about those. Like, I'm not saying those are net negatives for the game. They're cool. I wouldn't mind going to a photo mode and stuff like that. But the things that make it a fighting game, we kind of want to see that improve too.
But this is why I was saying earlier that like a part of me feels a bit like a tax, right? Because I've often said, like, one of the things I've memed about on DOA is that you have a replay feature where I can't rewind, but I can detach the camera to take pictures. And I'm like, that tells me a lot about like the priorities, right? Because like, we want people to take cool pictures, but like if they want to study the matchup and work out, okay, why I got hit by this certain thing, they can't do it. It speaks to the priorities. And so I was like, so again, when they were like, hey, we have Ouroboros mode to make it look prettier, and also we have photo mode, I'm like, okay, but it's a fighting game though. And it makes it seem as though Koei Tecmo don't really care about the fighting game. And from what I know of the business, I'm pretty sure Extreme makes way more money for them now than like, than the fighting game.
Extreme is, so I'm glad you said that, but I'm probably going to lose my train of thought again when I get to it. So I'm going to get to that later.
I'll save it.
The reason why I would be upset at the same time would be because why wouldn't, so say they are working on rollback. It would be so much better for them to announce it before the game launches.
Yes.
Just off the principle, because once that first week passes, if you haven't made a good impression, nobody cares.
Right.
And I've seen that happen across so many just games in general. If that first week, if the marketing isn't good leading up to the first week and throughout that first week, it's just nobody cares. I seen what happened to Hunter x Hunter. I seen what happened to Naruto Storm Connections. Like it's just not good to do the things that you need to do after the fact. So as much as like, I wouldn't be mad at them putting their all into supporting the game post-launch, but revealing those things pre-launch, I feel like it's almost it's more important in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's more important because once you get a sale, but you're gonna have to convince just that much more, because the first thing people look at nowadays is the player numbers and how much money it made before they consider making a purchase.
Sure.
So it's just, I don't know.
It's so it's just so, because I remember talking about, because obviously I talk to content creators in the DOA space, and it's like, yeah, they're trying to stay positive, and they have to, right? Because obviously they love the community. Even if the company is shit, they didn't want to leave the community. You've been playing this game for like 100 years. So it's like, so I hear it, but it does feel frustrating to watch from the outside, because it does feel like the company has got you guys over a barrel. It's like, oh, you guys have cultivated this community despite the fact that we abandoned the game after a single year. All right, cool. Well, if you want to keep that community, pay up $30. That's honestly how it reads. Like, that's honestly that's why I'm like, it seems like a tax, right? Because it's not like, hey, we've done this thing for you to make your experience better, right? It's $30, but that's just to compensate us for like the work we've done to make your experience better. It doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like they're actually doing something to make the quality of the game you've had better than the one you were doing. It just seemed, like I said, it just seemed like a tax. And and the thing is, I don't know what you do, right? Because obviously the DOA community loves DOA. They love each other, right? It's a cool, close group. I don't know how I just don't know how you'd handle it. Because like you said, you guys are kind of going through what we went through with like Tekken 8, but like worse, I think, like the season 2 situation or whatever. Like, it just seems like super disrespectful. And I just don't know what you do. And of course, you almost kind of need this to succeed, or want it to succeed, because you don't want the investors to see this as like, oh, well, we better not invest much money in DOA 7, right?
Yeah. This is really like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of scenario. Because say the community just says, all right, let's just push through it, let's band together and give them our money because we want to support DOA. They're going to look at that and say, well, we can release the exact same game. It doesn't matter. Yep. You know, they're going to buy it anyway. But if we put our money, if we try to vote with our wallet because we want improvement of the game, there is a chance that they use that as a justification to cut the budget for DOA 7 and say there's not a market for this no more. You know, because that's what happened with DOA 6. DOA 6, the hair debacle, the thing with the hair. So there was a thing with DOA 6 where every time you want to change your hair color, you had to pay for it. And you had to pay if you want to change it back. you weren't even buying for the color. It wasn't even a permanent. It's not even like you were buying red. It's like, no, you pay to change to red. And if you want to go back to black, all right, well, you got to pay again. That was crazy. That was insane. And people was mad about that, obviously. And people was like, yo, this ain't right. We want our money back. Rightfully so. That was the community was like, yo, we don't rock with that. We're not trying to get robbed out of our money. You know, that's a very pro-consumer thing to do. So the company was like, okay, refund you everything that you spent, and now you get to keep your hair permanent. And then by the end of the year, they was walking away from the game. So it's not feasible to, or it's not unreasonable to think that there's a possibility that they might just walk away from it again, you know, if they don't see the money. So I just, but this is the thing though. This is, I think, and I hope you don't mind me saying this because it sounds like really critical, but like as someone who couldn't play DOA and I was learning the game, I was like, this seemed like a dangerous franchise to invest in, right? Because you got to invest hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, okay, cool. But will it be rewarded? Yeah, it'll be rewarded because I get to hang out with you guys. But like, the company won't respect my time. Like, because like you said, all these stories were happening. It's like,
it doesn't seem like they would reward it. Like fighting games, for all the criticism that games like Tekken have and stuff, you typically have someone like a Harada who legit loves the game. Yeah, they got to fight corporate, but there's a legit love for the game and a love for the community, right? Like a desire to give the community what they got. I've not seen anything from that. Even Master, who's like well respected, maybe the greatest DOA player of all time, like loved community manager. At the end of the day, he is still just a community manager. He doesn't have like exec power, right? And so it's like, it doesn't seem, someone in the chat was like, at this point, it's a community manager job to communicate our needs and wants. But I don't think that's enough. I find it very hard to believe that the executives don't already know that the community would like rollback. Like, there's no way that those words have not reached it into their ear, but they've gone, okay, how much would it cost to implement? All right, cool. How much additional dollars would we make if we implement it? All right, not worth it. We're not doing it. Like, it's not a choice. It's not a choice, right?
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, the even piggyback off of that. So, quick little story time. So let me see if I can actually find a video, because I made a video on this too, because I wanted when we got this announced and stuff. Okay, so in April. In April, after the game got announced and everything, I wanted to, because DOA, the community, at least on Twitter, has a tendency to be pretty volatile. And the people that are positive are very positive, and the people that are negative can be very negative. So I wanted to thread the needle. To basically be able to get the message to the devs, but be as respectful as possible to them, while also having a critical mass to it, without making it seem like you're attacking them. Because if you make it feel like you're attacking them, they're not going to want to listen to you.
Of course,
So I took a bunch of different complaints that I seen on Twitter that I felt like were reasonable changes that could be made.
Yes.
Even when it came to the rollback, I said rollback will be ideal. I specifically said rollback will be ideal, but even if you can't do it, some type of netcode upgrade would be more than welcome. Something, anything.
Because I'm gonna stop you right there, because of all the 3D fighting games I've played, DOA might need rollback the most.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
The windows are the tightest. Because you got to do those holds.
I agree with you.
So I'm like, it's like VF, right? Has like the buffer is like 300 years. You can have subpar, obviously you don't want it. You can have subpar netcode connection in VF and still have a game resembling real VF. Like Tekken, less so than VF, but like, you might get the throw breaking can get a bit touchy, but like you can still have games in delay that still resemble mostly Tekken. DOA, even in the short time I played, I'm like, no. The gap between offline and online in DOA is insane, because what this game demands of you is like, and the speed it demands of you, like you need to recognize that string and hold immediately. Yeah. And it's like, it was not made for online play. And so it's like, more than any other fighting game I've ever played. Like, no, y'all niggas need rollback. You need rollback. You need it yesterday.
Look, I agree with you. 100%. Because this game benefits the most from rollback, because what I've seen is under delay base, under the right conditions, people can get away with doing moves that are unsafe and treat them like they're safe moves. And it just doesn't, like, there's been, like, I've specifically seen so many instances where if the connection isn't like absolutely perfect, somebody will do a move and it's -6, which means you can throw punish it, and then they'll fuzzy guard after it like it's safe, and your throw will just whiff for no reason. And it's just like, yo, that's not real.
That's not real.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not real. But since it's online, it's just gonna work like that. So rollback is absolutely needed for DOA. However, I don't trust that they had already been working on it. That was one thing that I always have been saying. If they haven't been working on this when they was pre-planning this game, if it wasn't pre-planned so long in advance, then it probably wasn't going to happen.
But I'm with you, right? Because again, I don't know game development, but one of the things I've heard is that it's really hard to implement rollback if you almost have to design it from the ground up in order to make it work. So putting a rollback into a game that wasn't designed for rollback is notoriously difficult. I 100% get that, right? But at the same time, though, like, it's been like 100 years since they've done a single update for this game. So they've had the time if they wanted to do it, right? They've had the time. It's literally just it's just a
matter of if they do want to do it.
Exactly. Do they want to invest? Do they think it's worth investing? Do they think the community or the brand is worth investing, or at least the fighting game part of the brand? Because again, DOA used to be a fighting game with some like Guna Gacha stuff, but now low key it's a Guna Gacha franchise with a fighting game attached, like in terms of revenue.
Yeah.
So like, and I think that's what's really depressing to see. It's like, okay, but like you're still gonna give the fighting game some love, right? You're still gonna give them some respect, and it's like we just ain't seeing it.
Yeah, So it's like I can't blame nobody for making the choices they make. They say they're not going to support it, but
it's so messy.
It's just rough because, and then the thing that confuses me the most is the developers themselves with how silent they've been with everything.
Yeah.
Because they haven't. So the thing is, they haven't directly said no rollback, because they directly said no crossplay. If you go to their website, it straight up says no crossplay.
Yeah.
But they haven't directly said no rollback.
Sure.
And I'm just like, okay, so does that mean yes or no? Because if it's yes, why are you taking so long to say it? You know, if there's no rollback, why don't you just come out and say it? If there is rollback, why don't you just come out and say it? Because rollback is such an important factor.
Yeah,
in people's buying decisions.
100%. It doesn't make sense to me. I've been saying this from the jump. If it had rollback, they'd tell you it had rollback. Because why would you be like, yeah, we got a new lighting engine? Why did they say that? Because they think that lighting engine will sell you, right? Oh, we got this new thing because they think it'll sell you. Rollback will sell copies. They know this. I know this. Companies want pre-orders. People want to be able to go into boardrooms and say, yo, we've got these many pre-orders. It doesn't make sense why you'd have a feature like rollback and not announce it. Like, don't get me wrong. If come Thursday they go, yeah, the game's got rollback, I will eat my hat. I will be surprised, and I'll be like, it's great. I mean, I'm happy. I'm legit happy for the VF community. I mean, VF community, DOA community. You're about to have a better version of the game than you've been playing. But like, it's if it had it, they'd have said it. It's a sales pitch. They'd have said it.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It genuinely just feels like we're being sold the same game, mainly like in part of everything that we've been shown so far, and then the other reason is everything that we haven't been shown, because they just been real silent, and it almost feels like you said, Emery's even said it feels like they doing this on purpose just to fuck with us. That's what it really feels like.
It's funny that you mention this, because this is a really good point, right? Like, okay, let's say no rollback, no crossplay, but they did say balance changes, right?
Yeah, they haven't gave us no patch notes.
We ain't seen a patch notes.
We ain't got no patch notes. I'm like, yo,
has there been a trailer? Because again, not to compare it to VF, although they're contemporaries in that sense. Like, when VF, they released the Revo trailer, you watch the trailer and you would see like moves that didn't used to launch, now launch. Like, they would show a trailer so that if you were a player, you'd be like, oh shit, that's a launcher now? Oh shit, that knocks down now? Like, they specifically made it so that just by watching the trailer, you could see the changes that are being made. And I've asked players, like, okay, from what they've shown you, have you seen like, oh, this move used to be launched, this move used to be OP, but they've clearly turned it down. Or this move clearly used to be weak, but it's been improved. I'm like, no, they've not done any of that. I'm like, why wouldn't you at least show that? At least show that. So that the hardcores can be like, oh shit, yeah, these are the balance changes. Like, I know, like, it's common consensus that, what's his name? Is it Rig? Rig's kind of OD. Like, that's common consensus. Like, all right, cool. Can we tone down like some of his crazy shit? Like a trailer just showing certain stuff having different properties. They've not even done that. Like a property trailer. No, it's so crazy.
The only trailers we got was a trailer that announced the game.
Mm-hmm.
We got a trailer that revealed that Mai Kula. Man, that was crazy. Can I talk about that real quick? So they said Mai Kula wasn't going to be in the game.
Yep.
To turn around and drop a trailer for Mai Kula being in the game at Evo Japan, then they walked off.
That was
we
got to double click on that. Right. So it's the walk-off that was the wildest, because like it was rumored. I don't know if it was rumored or officially announced that they had 30 minutes. of stage the stage time.
It was rumored.
So Emery was there. He had the popcorn. He had his Pepsi Max. He was ready to have a whole stream. And they were like, "Remember those two characters we said weren't going to be in the game? They in the game. Bye." I was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah. Y'all had 30 minutes. That was heartbreaking. I ain't gonna lie. I was laughing because it was funny, but then like it gave me a lot less fun. I'm like, damn, if I was emotionally invested in this would not be funny. This sucks. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I feel like the hype was up top when the game got announced at first, and then just over time, it's like just with the combined silence on top of showing things that like that are not what nobody's asking for, is just the hype is just slowly getting killed more and more and more. And now where we're at now is just.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think there is any. I don't think there is any hype. I think the only people checking this game are the people.
Or DOA fans.
Are DOA fans. I'm not gonna act like I have the whole 3D fighting game, but we talk about all 3D fighting games here and fighting games in general. Yeah. I ain't heard no one be like, "Yeah, I can't wait for that shit." I have not heard a single person say it. Even people like people like Emery and Zachariah, like, "I'm gonna get it." There's no excitement. There's no excitement. Yeah. Like, but I'm just like, we're gonna get it because that's it's like it's like having a mobile phone. Like, it's in order to stay in contact with like my friends and family, I gotta have my mobile phone. Like, so it's like in order to stay in touch with my community, I gotta get the game. Like, so I'm gonna get it. I'm not excited for it. It's like there's no hype. There's no hype. And the thing is, like, let's look at best case scenario. Let's say Thursday they go, y'all underestimated us. Of course it's gonna have crossplay. Of course it's gonna have rollback. Also DLC character, let's go. I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm still not sure it's $30, but I'm at least looking. I'm like, all right, I might actually cop that. And we also have to keep in mind that they have delisted the old version. You can't get the old version no more.
Oh my god!
You can't get the old version. You can't get the old version. You can't get it. So even if you want to pick it up on the cheap, you can't. I'm like, yo, they are quick when it comes to the business moves. When it comes to the business moves, they are quick as fuck.
Oh my god! So I'm not gonna lie, the delisting made me upset too, because there were some people that gave me pushback for saying this. Mm-hmm. For saying that that's not a good thing, because they were saying who wants to what did they tell me? They said something along the lines of like, who wants to play DOA for the first time and then not get the most updated version of it. I feel like that was missing the point.
Yeah, of course.
Because there is, for starters, there's a ton of people that play on PS4. Dead or Alive 6 last round is just going to be PS5. So that's further segregation on top. That's one thing that's always hurt the DOA community, was the division of it. Yes. Because between the fighting game portion and the vacation portion,
yes,
it's too many different opinions where we have such a hard time just agreeing with anything. Mm-hmm. So adding in another layer of segregation on that by delisting it and then making it so that way people who play PS4 just can't get access to it. People who don't have the right specs can't get access to it.
Yeah.
And then this is another thing that's just wild. I don't know if this is 100% for facts, mm-hmm. but there was somebody who dug into the files of Dead or Alive 6 last round, and it is a possibility that you need an additional set of specs just to run the Oboro filter.
I could absolutely see that. No, I can absolutely see that.
I don't know if that's true, but if so, that's just, I'm like,
I'm not surprised by that at all, because there's clearly going to be a more demanding lighting engine, so it's not unreasonable to be like, yeah, it might require at least some additional some hardware spec. That's not crazy at all. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Hopefully everyone can pretty much still run it, but like, yeah, there's no way that it's going to be like the same amount of, GPU demand. It's going to be a little bit more, right? Because if it doesn't, I'd be pissed. So I'm like, oh, then it really is just like you didn't do nothing. Like, if there isn't more like visual processing happening, then what the fuck was the point in the Ouroboros engine? Like, it should be more demanding. Know what I mean? But like,
yeah, me personally, I just feel like if that was the case, that should have just been the base specs, instead of saying here are the specs to run the game and then here are the specs to run the engine. Why don't you just have that just be the whole thing?
Yeah, no, I hear it.
But that's just me on that. What else? Yeah, it's really just been Oh yeah, and then you need Windows 11 to run it too if you're on PC. A lot of people don't even want to upgrade to Windows 11. I don't know what's been going on. I heard Windows 11 has a lot of problems. Me personally, I can't attest to that because ever since I switched over to PC, like my laptop, my laptop was 11. Then my upgrade to my rig now is an 11.
Yeah,
like I upgraded to a 5070, and now I'm just 11'd up. So I can't really speak for how Windows 10 was, but a lot of people don't really like Windows 11, so that as well.
It's kind of like
me personally, my verdict on the whole thing, and you're gonna hear a few different opinions from creators depending on who you ask, but me personally, I feel like this either should have been a free update, like how it's always been when they upgrade it on 5, or I feel like people would have been much happier with a DOA collection.
Sure.
A DOA collection with all the best versions, DOA 4, DOA 2, or DOA 2U, excuse me, because that's like the best version of DOA 2, DOA 3, DOA 4, and Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. If they just put that in a collection, made it for modern hardware, we already have DOA 6 there. If they did that, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
But that's so much more work. You know what I mean? They'd have to put in work. Why not just re-release the game you already got? See what I'm saying? I hear it, but like it makes way more sense. Like, no, it's way that's so much. We'd have to go in, get the source code, get multiple teams to make multiple things. Like, why do that? We already got a game. Just release it. Just re-release it. New lighting engine. All right, say less. We got it. Yeah. Like new lighting engine that we developed for Neo, the game we actually give a fuck about, right? And then just put it here. All right, cool. Resell it. How much should we sell it for? $10? 15? 20? 40? Nah, you're spitting. Let's go. It's like, oh man, oh boy. $40. Because again, if you're gonna charge $40 for a fighting game in Year of Our Lord 2026, your shit absolutely better have crossplay and rollback. I feel like that's non-negotiable. I feel like that at that price point, it's that's bro, it's so wild. It's so wild. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel really bad for the DOA community. Y'all deserve 10 times better than you've been getting, and I just don't.
Yeah. What I was going to say was what I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be some along the similar veins of how Virtua Fighter was, because I dabble in a little bit of VF. Nice. I didn't really start playing for real until Revo came out. Like I played a good little amount of Ultimate Showdown, and other than that, I was kind of just playing arcade mode because I first came from the way I found out about VF was from a game called Judgment and Lost Judgment.
Games.
You go into the arcade mode, and then you got like a thing called Virtua Fighter. I'm like, what's this? And I'm playing through arcade mode, and then I seen Vanessa there. I'm like,
that's how to get you.
You got me. You got a black character with white hair, and it's a female. I'm there. Storm is my favorite character of all time. So,
let's go.
So I'm there. I'm there for all that. So I'm like, I dabbled in it, but when Revo came out, it was like just bringing things over to PC. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll support this. And then World Stage came out, and that was with like, oh, we got crossplay, we got rollback, we got all that. I'm like, oh shoot,
and it was free. It was a free upgrade if you had Revo. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's so, bro, it's actually crazy.
So I thought when this came, it was going to be a similar situation where they was going to just announce like, hey, we're coming out with this version. Here comes some characters that we're going to come out with, and we're going to be working on some rollback and some crossplay as building blocks going into DOA 7. That's what I kind of thought this was going to be. I thought this was the deal, but all we've gotten has been, here's a photo mode, here's a stage filter to make it better. Not bad changes, but like they're not the core things that the majority of the community is asking for in regard to the game. So I'm like, all right, so what about A, B, and C crickets? you know, and that's been the most unfortunate part.
And it's so, and what's really wild is that you kind of had your own heat thing with the DOA had the bar, right? And you have like break hold and stuff. Right. So that was a really controversial thing. So you would think like, all right, we've had years to think about this now. We've listened to the community. Like we're gonna change it in some ways, like nerf the stuff that needs to be nerfed or expand it, but make some sort of decision about like, all right, cool. We thought about the game. Like we've thought about the game and we're gonna try and make it better, or at least our version of better. But they've not even really announced like, yeah, we're changing it. Like they're not like, and that's one of the biggest complaints. It'd be like, imagine Tekken 8 came out and it died after a year, right? And like heat was clearly one of the biggest things. And all right, we're re-releasing this shit. You think they'd be like, okay, but we've also rethought heat. Like we've rethought it. We've toned it down, or we made it better, or whatever. I'm like, but nothing I've seen seems to have come from a human being who is in charge of the combat system. It's all lighting, it's all costumes, it's all okay, but like talk to me about the combat system, the thing we do second for second when round starts. And I feel like there's not been a single sentence on what they have done. There's not been a single, and I'm like, that's what breaks my heart the most. I'm like, at least, even if what they've said is like bad, like, oh, we think the system, we want to make things cheaper. We want even more heat. We want even more break holes. I'm like, all right, cool. That would piss me off, but it would at least suggest that there's a combat designer who gives a fuck about combat design, right? Who's thought about it and is now giving us what they think is a better version. They don't give a fuck. They've not said a thing. And that's, it's so wild. It's so wild.
That's just the craziest thing, because I'm like, at least, even if you don't do anything, man, at least address it. Yeah. That's what I'm like, because that's it's a lack of communication for me. That's what's hurting me more than anything else. Because you could tell us straight up, like they could tell us straight up, like, yeah, we're cash grabbing you. That's better than not saying nothing at all. Because when you don't say nothing at all, it causes people to speculate.
Yeah,
and it just is. So even if things weren't as bad, the fact that y'all ain't said nothing is even worse.
Yeah. 100%.
People are gonna think it. People are gonna automatically assume the worst. So it's just, I don't know what to do. I just throw my hands up right now, because
and that was my real question, because as I often say on this stuff, like we talk a lot about fighting games, we talk a lot about software, but at the end of the day, it's really about people, right? As a community, what do y'all think you're gonna do? What can you do? What should you do? Because like I'm trying to think about, let's say this is me. I have a franchise I love. The last version of the game was trash. They abandoned it after a year, but we've kept it alive just for love of the game. Now they've come back and be like, yeah, you can't really play the old game no more. You got to pay us $40 to keep playing it, and we're not giving you nothing. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's a good chance I walk away. There's a good chance I walk away from the whole thing, because I was like, I Tekken 8 has at least been supported. I don't like Tekken 8, the direction of it, but I can't say it hasn't been supported. And I'm already at the point where I'm like, I'm low-key having to divest from Tekken 8. And that's just because I don't like the direction. But they at least have a direction. I don't know what DOA players do right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And that's kind of where I really want to speak to you, because obviously you're a part of the community. Like, so, what's the play?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a weird thing, because DOA players have always been in this little mode where you could tell them just to play a different game. But the thing about a good chunk of DOA players is that they are playing like other games. Like they're playing, like for me, for example, me and my good circle of players that I play with, we'll hop on Virtual Fighter, we'll hop on Tekken.
Yep.
A few of us, there's a guy named Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I fought him a couple times. Real cool guy. He's like a high level Street Fighter player.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like we don't play other games.
Yeah.
It's just, DOA is DOA. What can I say?
No, 100%.
So we always find ourselves coming back to it in spite of all its problems. That's just always how the community's been.
Yep.
But with this is a rough spot, because a lot of people just don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And we don't have a consensus on what we're gonna do, because all roads have a potential downside that nobody wants.
Yeah.
know, if everybody puts their money away, they could say, well, this game don't have a market.
Yeah,
you know,
forget
damned
7.
if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
You could walk away and then make, you know, main another fighting game, but then, you know, that's a whole nother bag. It's literally the same conversation with anybody that's played a fighting game.
But DOA is DOA is hardcore. Like I said, when I was playing DOA, I could tell it's like, oh, you gotta do a lot of work and research. And once I've done that, once I've learned to deal with Kasumi strings, once I've learned to deal with Neo Tango shit, once I've learned to deal with, like, I don't want to walk away from that. I've spent so much time. Same with Tekken.
Yeah.
Tekken's been bad, but I've spent so much time learning to break throws, fucking low parry Nina's junkyard. Like, once you're in, you're kind of in, right? And and even if the game is bad or the bad version of the game, it's like,
it's hard to walk away.
But also exactly. But also, it feels good. Being competent feels good. So even if the game is bad, being good at this bad game still feels good. It still feels good to use my mastery to reverse this, to hold this, to duck this. That part still feels good. And then you combine that with the fact that, but I still like the people I'm playing with. Of course, you stick away the bad game. It happens all the time. So when people are like, oh, just leave Tekken 8, or I'm like, no, people who say that don't understand what it means to truly be part of the fighting game community. It's not that simple, right? And I can totally get that for DOA. DOA players know that they have been given a bad product, like a bad version of a great system. But at the same time, it's the only version where all their friends are playing and where they can use their mastery of the DOA system. So it's like, so you keep playing it. And that sucks, bro. Because I've had that with Tekken, and I'm like, well, I can't bitch about Tekken. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Once I started hanging out with you DOA motherfuckers, I was like, I need to stop talking about Tekken. Real talk. I can't complain. I can't complain because y'all really got that. Because it's where else do you go? Like you said, where else do you go to do this shit?
Yeah. It's a slippery slope, man, because VF. So what I will say that's helped me out with VF, there are some things with DOA that kind of like, it's not a 1-to-1 transfer, obviously, but DOA was built a lot off of VF systems. 100%. It was meant to be like an easier version.
Yeah, it's sexy VF. It's sexy VF.
So
100%.
some skills kind of transferred a little bit.
Yep.
And that kind of helped me out. That kind of helped me out into getting into it. But it's kind of like you said, it's like it's kind of like walking into a new school.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
all your friends are at your old school.
Yes.
And you gotta roll with the punches on what you got.
Yes.
You know,
100%.
So it's just a hard thing. And you got multiple different answers from multiple different people as far as what they're gonna do with this game. So like, you got people that are gonna stick it out. You got people that, so this is one of the people that there's a person named it's a Christie player. I ain't gonna say their name as a matter of fact, because they like to be real low key. Okay. But there's a player who's been supporting the game, making content for a little while, and even they got on Twitter to say if we don't see nothing substantial soon, I'm just gonna stay on the vanilla version of the game. And there's been people that have been saying that as well. That's like, the game's delisted, but I'm still going to sit here and play it because I'm not about to spend $40 for the same game.
Yeah,
which is, I'm like,
valid. Yeah,
all I can do is shrug, because I'm like, you know, I don't blame you for your decision. I can't give you no pushback, because if I wasn't creating content for this game, if I wasn't playing this game as long as I wouldn't stick around.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But since I have history with this game, this is literally my second favorite gaming franchise of all time, considering the point where it was at in my life.
Yeah.
And all the friends that I made through it, all the memories I had through it, and then the fact that I created content through it. I made a whole project movie type series for it or whatever. Made like a whole little game show out of it.
Yeah.
Built a whole community off of it. So just from where I'm at, I'm going to stick around and support it until I get to a point where I don't enjoy it no more.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm not going to branch out and play other games, because me, from where I'm at, I'm interested. I built my channel off of playing multiple games, period. So just to give you an example, when Marvel Tokon drops, I'm playing that because Storm's in the game. I need to play
yeah, fair.
I'm finna Storm's in that game.
That game. Not to give a tangent, I don't give a fuck about tag games, but Marvel Tokon is looking like I might have to give that a shot, because that looking like a lot of fun. I can't believe they put Danger in that game. I'm like, bro, Danger. Of all the X-Men characters, you pull Danger. I'm like, that's someone in that office loves them some X-Men. I'm like, like we got, and then they were like, yo, yeah, she got the fucking air dash sort of. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna cop that. I won't be good. I won't necessarily be good.
Oh yeah,
I'm definitely gonna play it.
I know I'm gonna. The only way I'm gonna be good is if they make Storm really good. Dude. Like because I'm like the only other tag game I played was Dragon Ball Fighters, and that's because it was Dragon Ball Fighters. Right. And I sucked at that game too. I sucked at that game too because I don't like nothing tag related. I'm not good at tag fighters. I've never been good at tag fighters. So I try to play the character solo as much as I can.
I heard.
So if Storm is viable as a solo character, I might be able to get somewhere because I'm definitely gonna be playing with her. But if you gotta do a bunch of tag mechanics to be good, I mean I'm probably gonna be there for like maybe 3 months before I'm hit a plateau where I'm like, all right, I'm good.
I heard. That's my plan too. I'm gonna get real nice for a month. I'll be real nice for a month, and then I'm like, I'm out.
When people start optimizing the tag combos, I'm like, it's time to go, bro.
It's been a pleasure, guys. I'm out.
Yep. The other game that I'm finna be trying to get into is VF Crossroads when that comes out.
Of course, everyone's on that. Yeah.
I'm still hoping that Vanessa is able to make it.
Listen, Vanessa ain't coming back. Listen, bro. Vanessa ain't coming back. She ain't coming back, bro. She ain't coming back.
Bro, don't tell me that, bro.
With each passing week, I'm like, that bitch ain't coming back. She'll be referenced.
Oh my God.
She ain't gonna be back. And let me put it this way: if she comes back, it's DLC. It's season 2 DLC. I'm telling you, she ain't coming back. When I saw Cielo do fucking Bunker Buster, like the fucking, the offensive stance Superman punch, and I saw her do the ground tackle, I was like, oh, so offensive stance is gone. Cielo is Vanessa's offensive stance. All right, cool. So, all right, she gone. She gone, bro. She gone. Like, maybe, let's keep some hope alive. Maybe she gets redesigned because she did do that from 4 to 5. Maybe they just focus on defensive stance and flesh that out because she's basically 2 characters in one. Maybe they just make her 1 character. That is possible. But real talk, right now, she ain't coming back, man. We just, the only black character is gonna be Black Idris Elba over the fucking one in the bathroom in that scene. That's it. You got Idris Elba. That's it. You just gotta hold that. You gotta hold that. If I'm wrong, don't trust me. I want to be wrong, but like I've already braced for she ain't gonna be in the game. And my other main, my real main, Lei Fei, I'm like, I could see him not being. He's gonna be hard to design. I can see him being DLC too. I'm like, that's why they say with Lei Wulong. I'm like, motherfucker got too many stances. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of animation work.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
But yeah, just to cycle this back to DOA. I do have a variety of games that I am going to be playing and making content for. I am gonna, like I said, when 6 Last Round drops, I'm gonna be there, obviously, just because of just the context of where I'm at with the game and the franchise. I'm gonna make content for the game until because I have a few content plans already set out that has been set out like months in advance that I'm gonna execute because I'm not gonna let them plans go to waste. But once those are done, if I'm not feeling the game by that time,
you gotta leave. Gotta divest.
I'll make content for other things, and then I'll come back and pop my head in every blue moon. Of course. I'll make content for it every blue moon because that's my community. I love my peoples over there. But I just won't be uploading. I just won't be like uploading consistent DOA for like months straight on end. I heard. I'll keep it.
You got any interest in? Sorry to interrupt, but you got any interest in Street Fighter 6? Any interest at all? Oh, that not your thing.
So here's my thing with Street Fighter. I've played it. I've got to diamond rank with Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly. Love me some Kim.
Yeah. You already know why I played her. She's black.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I ain't gonna hold you.
My thing with Street Fighter is I feel like I need a special type of controller to play it. I've always played fighting games on pad, and all the fighting games that I played normally only have 4 face buttons. Like Tekken. Tekken has 4 face buttons. DOA, you only need 3 buttons. VF only needs a couple buttons. Street Fighter needs 6 buttons.
Absolutely.
And to play using the strong strong punch and the strong kick on my bumpers just do not feel comfortable to me, and I don't think they ever will feel comfortable to me. Every time I play, even when I'm in practice mode, if I play, I win or whatever, win or lose, I'm just like, this just don't feel good to me personally. And I feel like if the only way that I'll be able to play is if I get like a hitbox, an arcade stick, something with multiple buttons. I'm just gonna have to learn a whole new controller.
I 100% agree with you. I played all fighting games on a regular pad, and then when I played Street Fighter 6, I had to get a Hori Fight Commander, which has like 6 face buttons. So I'm right there with you. I need to have like light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick, and then like the if I need to do 3 punches in a row, that's when I press triggers, right? Like, I'm 100% with you. Yeah, I think Street Fighter is clearly a franchise that's not meant to be played on pad, already historically. I mean, no fighting games meant to be played on pad. They're typically arcade games, but like 3D games port easily. You can play Soul Calibur on pad, no problem. You can play VF on pad, no problem. You can play DOA on pad, no problem. But when you try and play those classic 2D games, your Street Fighters, your KOFs, like, oh no, it's a different engine for sure. So I hear it.
Yep, that led me to basically that led me to a decision where I was at, where I ended up dropping it. I ended up dropping it just off of that, because it was either sit here and deal with this very frustrating
discomfort,
frustrating discomfort on my hands trying to do combos with execution on my strong and heavy punches and kicks, or I play on modern, I get cussed out by every other match I have, you know. So
and I
don't feel like dealing with either one of those. So I'm like, I'll just not play.
I hear it. It's a shame, because Street Fighter 6 is a really good game. It's not my preferred game. It's kind of the opposite of the DOA situation, where I'm like, DOA system is the kind of system I want to play, but the product around it is trash. And I feel like Street Fighter 6 isn't the kind of system I want to play, but the product around it is incredible. And that covers a lot. It's like a real shame. But so I totally understand it. But yeah, I only say that because obviously Street Fighter has, it's got multiple black girls now. I
was so sad because I wanted to play Elena.
Elena looking good. I'm like, yo, there's an Elena in your future. I'm telling you, get yourself a pad, Elena in your future, because they know I'm playing that. You can be the premier Elena. You and 4 other people playing that character. But she seems sick. But again, like the moment they announced Tifa, I'm like, let me re-download 6. I know, to be fair, I've only had 1 6 stream, and I was like, 6 is fun. It's not my game, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I can see myself playing a lot more 6 going forward too. So I hear it.
It is fun. It is fun indeed. Especially when you learn the drive rush, the whole drive rush system. You can vortex people really bad if they don't know how to block.
Oh, baby, that's it. I can't play Street Fighter. I can just play Kimberly. I'm just knocking you down, put the can on you, make you hold that shit. Guess for game. Oh, you guess wrong? All right, another can on you. I love that shit.
My favorite thing to do with Kimberly is when people try to zone you out, you just skip.
Just teleport in. Oh, yeah, we're playing neutral. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, 100%. It's especially fun because Ingrid's out here like, oh, Ingrid's a broken zoner. I'm like, that sounds like a you problem. We sliding in. Slide. Full screen slide. Full screen teleport. That shit's funny.
I'm like, nah, you about to catch this overhead.
100%. Same with JP. Season 1, JP was like a nightmare. Everyone hating JP. Like, oh, I gotta run this gauntlet. I'm like, you gotta run the gauntlet. Check this out. Teleport.
Yeah.
Out the smoke. Drop kick. I'm like, yo, this guy is sick. I love this guy. No, but I hear it. No, it's man, what we gonna do, bro? What we gonna do? Like, I think all DOA players are slowly gonna have to like try and divest, because it seems like a nightmare. Like, not fully divest, but just slowly. Because speaking for myself, like Tekken 8 is doing fine. Tekken is going in this new direction. I don't like Tekken. I don't like it, and I'm tired of bitching about it. So I'm just gonna I'll play Tekken occasionally. I'll have like a month where I'm playing Tekken, and then I'll just drop it and go play a game I actually enjoy. I ain't gonna show it because there's a lot of people who enjoy the game the way it is. I'm just gonna accept that the game I want isn't there no more, and then hopefully, like a game I want, maybe Token comes out and I fall in love. Maybe new Virtua comes out and I fall in love. I'm just gonna play games and just be cool and just do variety of content. Like, it's just kind of where I'm at, just slowly, like mostly in 3D, because that's where my heart is at. I've never really played a 2D game that I've like loved. I've enjoyed some, but I've never been like, oh, I want to master this. I'm clearly a 3D guy. But but I imagine what I'm going through is what pretty much all DOA content creators are about to go through. Because it's
I feel like, just because I thought about your question, or not your question, I thought about your one thing where you said you haven't really found a 2D game you like. There was a point in time where I did have a 2D game I really did like, and that was Guilty Gear Strive when that came out.
I've not played Strive. I've not. Why'd you like? I keep hearing like, should I like Strive?
Well,
is Strive secretly the one? Chat. Is Strive secretly the one? I don't know.
See, I think the reason why I enjoy Strive was because I never played any other Guilty Gear game before that. Because anybody who's played the older Guilty Gear games,
they don't like it. Yeah, 100%. They're like, they're like me and Tekken. They're like, what is this new shit? Nah, I hear it.
Yeah. But I was playing it with a couple friends. We played the beta together. It was kind of fun. I really liked the characters I was playing. I was playing Ramlethal and Giovanna. I enjoyed them. And then I forgot what patch it was. It was some type of patch where they added in some new stuff. It was some new stuff. They ended up taking out the game though. I forgot what it was. I think it was called Wild Assault or something like that. They added in Wild Assault around this time, and I'm like, this feels different. Like, I don't know how this will work. And I don't know. I didn't really just straight up drop it. Like, I didn't like hate the game.
Yeah.
I just stopped playing it for some reason. And there must have been something else that I was playing at the time where I just put my time into that. It wasn't even fighting game related, I don't think. But by the time I came back to it, that's like I just forgot everything about.
But there's been a 2.0 patch. It's like now's the time, right, to get back in. Like literally like a month ago, 2 months ago, they did like a fucking it's 2.0. So that seemed like, because the thing is for me, very often when I play a 3D fighting game, there's not someone who like just speaks to me aesthetically. Like the VF, there was Vanessa and Leife. I'm like, whatever you do, I want to learn that shit. Street Fighter 6, I was like, yo, Kimberly is like, what, like fucking 90s hip hop ninja girl? I'm like, yes, I'm in. And like with Guilty Gear, I'm like, I don't know what Eno do, but I want it. I'm like, is just like a step. So that it kind of passes the first test where there's a character where I'm like, I think this character is cool as fuck. I'm gonna learn that shit. But like at the same time, I just watch it and it just seems so fucking busy. Anime games are so busy. Just like animation. I'm just holding down back in the corner. I'm like, this sucks dick. Like I just like, I ain't got a reversal. I ain't got a hold. Like I ain't got like, it's just motherfuckers just throwing animations at me and I can't stand that shit. Like I like having choices. And so it's like every time, the same thing happened with Grand Blue. Grand Blue is a beautiful looking game. That game looks gorgeous. Character designs are incredible. So I play that game and I start getting into it. I'm like, this is so busy, bro. It's not a bad game. I'm not talking shit about the game, but it's so busy. I'm like, I'm just not an anime guy, it turns out. So
so I played the first version of Grand Blue, not the Rising. I played the original and I kind of liked it. That it kind of felt like an anime 2D game, like a Blaze Blue, just without all the crazy shit you can get put in. It felt really bare bones. And I was like, this is decent. I can like learn like fundamentals a little bit, with this because of the way it felt. And it kind of, I guess it kind of played a little bit slow, which I guess was the point of Rising, because Rising is like the same game, but like at 50 miles an hour with like 20 new mechanics. That's what it feels like. And when I tried playing Rising, I was playing the same characters, doing the same things I was doing in the first game, but now I'm getting ran down by 5 other things I don't understand. So I was just like, and that kind of made me not really gel with it, I guess. So I kind of just fell out of love with that. But yeah, I mean, main fighting games I always found myself getting back into has been, outside of just DOA, it was Tekken, and then I've been slowly trying to get myself into like grinding VF, because there was a point in time where when World Stage first came out, I was grinding that shit. I was grinding that shit for a little bit, but then I fell off of it. I fell off it once I got hard stuck for the first time. And instead of labbing, I had something else going on I need to take care of. No,
but the thing is, VF's a hard game to grind in because there's just fewer players, right? Ideally, you'd have a lot of players at your given level. So once you get past the complete noob level, it's all right, how many intermediates are there? Not that many. So a lot of your time just spent playing against like the fucking murderers, like Marley J, just being like, all right, I'm getting destroyed. Or you're playing against people who are noobs and they've not done the research you've done, so you just destroy them. I'm like, all right, cool. This ain't it. So it's a tricky one. It's a kind of a victim of, and this is the case of many old games. Like it's hard to be new in an old game, like across the board, which is a real shame. Because I genuinely think like the 3D fighting system of VF is, I think of all the fighting systems I've fought so far, is just like the best. I think that system is awesome, and I can't wait to see 6 take that to the next level. But then again, like DOA is a lot of fun too. I think DOA frustrates me a lot in the Tekken sense, where I'm like, you just need string knowledge. You need to know the string ends in a low, and if you don't, you're gonna lose the matchup. Like there's a lot of, and that happens in Tekken too. And I'm like, ugh, I've already done it for one franchise. I don't want to do it again. Like I'm actually convinced that I don't think you can be nice at VF and DOA. I actually don't think you can be nice at both. I think in order to be like, you can be like nice at one and then like at another one. But I don't think you can be like nice at Tekken and really nice at DOA. You have to pick one because they just demand so fucking much string knowledge that you need to have on demand. Like just immediately, the second you see the first hit of the string, you know where it goes. And if you don't, you just get held in like vortex mixes, and it's just, I mean, you get held in vortex mixes anyway. But like, if you just don't know stuff, you just get freed up, and it's just like, it's really frustrating. And I know that this isn't unique to DOA, but it's like, ugh, I'm an old man now. It's a lot of homework. It's a lot of homework, bro. And I often have this joke. I'm like, I feel like, you know, to get nice at a Tekken or a DOA game, you got to start when you're unemployed. I truly feel that way. Like I go in Tekken when I was unemployed. I was like, so I was able to spend like the year just grinding in this game, and then again you can slow down. But like, if you want to get nice at one of these games, you just gotta be able to just be like, I mean, to be fair, it's like learning a language. It's really hard to learn a language when you have like all kinds of adult responsibilities. But if you're just like, if you're like unemployed, you can learn a language because you can just be like, I'm spending 4 hours a day for the next 3 months of my life. And that's the kind of work you have to do if you want to get really nice at a language, because you need that to be automatic. But it's hard to invest that time when you got adult responsibilities. And so my point is, I did that for Tekken. So I come to DOA as a freshman, and I'm like, oh man, this game's asking a lot of me, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
I think it's like that for I think that's a 3D fighting game thing though too, because 3D fighting games, they all play so like even from the VF to DOA comparison, they're the same in some ways, but in most other aspects they're very much different. True. And then Tekken is just an entirely different ball game from both the other two as well. And then I'm pretty sure Soul Calibur is different. I don't have any experience in Soul Calibur. I literally only played Soul Calibur 6 one time. And that felt like I was a fish out of water. I didn't know what was going on. I felt like I was 6 years old again, headbutting my controller. It's
funny you say that though, because I feel that Soul Calibur low key might be one of the easiest 3D fighting games to pick up, or like the most intuitive. Obviously, you still got to put in work if you want to beat a real killer. But like, I feel like more than DOA, Tekken, VF, like Soul Calibur is one of those games that you could put somebody who doesn't play fighting games in front of Soul Calibur and they get it. How do I move up? Press up. Press down. Press down. There's a block button. Okay, these attacks go like left to right. These attacks go up and down. Like, it's very intuitive in a way that I think is, I envy DOA. Soul Calibur. I would love a new Soul Calibur game to come out. I think if a new Soul Calibur game came out, people are like, oh, you'll never drop Tekken. Listen, if a new Soul Calibur game came out and it was decent, bro. In fact, fuck it. If they released Soul Calibur 6 with rollback and crossplay, I swear, listen to me. I swear to God, I'll be done with Tekken. I swear to God. And Soul Calibur 6 ain't even that good. It's not even that good, but I swear that if they gave me Soul Calibur 6 with rollback and crossplay, y'all won't see me in Tekken. I swear to God. Don't test me. Soul Calibur 2 all day? Yeah, that'd be cool. Now, Soul Calibur 2 would be great, but man, Soul Calibur is fun, bro. Soul Calibur is straight up fun. At its core, it is so much fun.
It's weird. I don't have nobody like who even plays Soul Calibur in my household. It was all either Mortal Kombat or Tekken.
Damn. You didn't have that period. Damn.
I didn't have nobody who really got me into it. Like but
I'm a little bit older than you though, so I feel like because Soul Calibur 2 was like the mainstay. So if you weren't in like your gaming age around Soul Calibur 2, you might not have it. You probably had like Soul Calibur 3 or 4, which was like it didn't take the world by storm the way the 2 did. Soul Calibur had its window. So no, that totally makes sense. I imagine there's a whole like there's enough of an age gap where you don't have that Soul Calibur. But Soul Calibur 2 was like, you would put that game, and it sounds kind of sexist, but there were certain games where you would just put in front of like the girls and they'd play too. Like that's like the test, right? Because there are some games like only the boys are playing, but there's some games like no, everyone's playing. Like Mario Kart, anyone's playing Mario Kart. right?
Yeah.
Everyone's playing Mario Kart. You don't have to be a gamer to play Mario Kart. And Soul Calibur low key has that. Like, so Soul Calibur was like, even if you didn't play fighting games, you'd be like, oh, I get it. Pick up the one with the sword. And then you go left to right. So like horizontal, vertical, move up. It was super intuitive. And it's like, we need that shit back. We need that shit back. Give it to me. Everyone had the Dreamcast at Soul Calibur 2, 100%. Soul Calibur 2 was where it's at. But like, if they just, but I'll take 6, bro. 6 isn't a good game. Don't get twisted. But like, it died because of NetPlay. And the COVID, and then the NetPlay wasn't there and the COVID wasn't there. But I'm like, listen, if you release Soul Calibur 6 again with crossplay and rollback, literally, you change nothing else, chat. Nothing else. I'm playing that game. I swear to God, I'm playing that game. Don't at me. Like, this channel becomes a VF Soul Calibur channel with occasional Tekken. I swear to God. I really do mean it. I will change I'll change the banner of my thing. I'm playing, I miss that shit. So I love 3D fighting games. I love 3D fighting games because of like the movement and the exchanges. What really annoys me about Tekken is that, okay, not to turn the Tekken rant, but like that sense of just like, just turning my brain off and just running offense constantly. Like, I like being able to move around options. In DOA, you can't really move around options as well, but you have the hold system, which is equivalent. So the hold system keeps you honest. You can't just mash your offense brainlessly, because if I know, I can kill you, right? And that's kind of what I want in 3D fighting games. Like, if you want to mash your offense, okay, but if in VF, if I sidestep, I'll kill you, right? Or if you go for a throw, I mash through, I'll kill you. Like, if I know what you're going to do in the next 3 frames, I want to have a system-based option that can kill you. That's kind of what DOA, I mean, that's kind of what DOA has because it holds. VF has it because of its movement. Tekken used to have it because of its movement. And Soul Calibur has it because of guard impact, right? If I know your attacks when it's going to come in, I could press guard on the moment of impact and like third strike parry you. So you couldn't be brainless. If I knew what you were going to do, if I knew when you were going to do it, I could throw you off. That's what 3D fighting games are all about. But increasingly, 3D fighting games are like, I'm just going to roll my offense on you just all day. And you just have to hold it. I'm like, ugh, this sucks. This is 2D shit. Again, it reminds me of what I hate about anime games, where I'm just holding down back in the corner. I'm like, ugh, this isn't it. Like, these animations are pretty, but I'm aware of the fact that I'm just holding down back. So yeah, it's a weird one. Movement's very strong in Soul Calibur. Yeah, it's really good. Soul Calibur 8-way run has always been great. I want that shit. And low-key, DOA kind of stole that, but kind of took it. Like, they were like, okay, we want to have Soul Calibur's free 8-way run movement, which is great. We want to have a Virtua Fighters, attack guard, like relationship where like grabs beat guard beats strike beats grab, right? Like that sort of triangle. They took that from VF, and then they took the strings from Tekken. And I was like, all right, you had me with the first 2. I wish you didn't take the strings from Tekken. I hate that shit, but the other 2 choices, good choices. So yeah, DOA low key is kind of like the all-star of 3D fighting games, of mechanics. They just stole a lot of the best shit from a lot of other games. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Man,
I don't know what we're gonna do.
If anything else, I just kind of feel like I just hope that this doesn't stunt DOA 7 too bad, because I've been hearing like on the most cynical side, I've been hearing some people straight up say that they don't even think that rollback's going to be in DOA 7.
Oh no!
And I'm like, if that look, I brought this up to other people. I brought this up to Emery, and he told me if DOA 7 doesn't have rollback, they're done.
Oh my! Even as a statement, I feel sick. I feel sick. Just that statement. DOA 7 might not have. Could you imagine if they had the and they'll charge you $80. They'll charge you the fullest price. Could you even? I feel sick. Ugh.
Now that's just what certain people believe. That's not even a full on rumor.
Of course. We don't know nothing.
That's just what certain people believe based on what's been going on.
Yeah.
But that would indeed be the worst timeline. That would be.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I completely agree with Emery. Like if they, especially with how VF is coming with Crossroads, VF Crossroads is gonna make every single fighting game literally have to lock in. When it comes to just releasing fighting games as a product, because VF, not even as a fighting game, that looks like a damn good product.
Yep.
So
I mean, they said we want to be a fighting game that wins Game of the Year. We don't want fighting game of the year. We want game of the year. I'm like, that's a statement. I respect it.
Yeah, so I'm like, if VF moving like that, and if Tekken is able to maintain their base and keep their current base happy, because it seems like they've kind of sort of stabilized based on everything that's been happening.
Yeah, they started bleeding.
If they're doing that and they're doing good for themselves, and DOA come out and they don't have bare minimum stuff in there, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be a bad time.
That game is like, at that point, if we ever got to that point with DOA, then I would just say just make the vacation games at that point. just stay making the vacation games at that point.
100%.
Yeah, because so the vacation games are extremely important to Koei Tecmo because of how much money is made them, because it's a gacha game.
Yep.
It's a gacha game. They've made it to where you are being sold relationships with the characters. You're pulling gacha for more skins to take them out on dates and all this other stuff. And it has a market for that. There's a market for that. Me personally, I don't play it, but to each his own. Everybody has different tastes. Everybody has different games they enjoy. And that just so happens to be a very, very big market. And that it's so important.
Here's the play though. Here's the play. You ready? Here's the play. Listening to you talk, because you just mentioned VF. I love the idea that they go, fuck it. Why are we making the fighting game and the dating sim two separate games? Honest question. Honest question. Why don't we just go, fuck it? Next DOA has got a whole ass AI powered dating sim elements, beach ball locked in. Fucking volleyball locked in, fucking dating element locked in, fighting game locked in. Just go in, just sell it to everybody. Just make it the mega. Just do it. That's what VF's like. How about a fighting game but also Yakuza? How about it? And everyone's like, that sounds dope. I'm like, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm like, why don't just be like, fuck it? Let's make. You could have like half the fight. Imagine half the fighting game. The people who own your fighting game, they don't even play the fighting game, but they put the money in. So your tournaments get funded, right? Like your shit gets funded. Like it's the best. Like maybe they need to find a way to, like you said it. Like they have two separate game audiences, right?
Yeah.
If they could just the best thing that could happen for all involved is to fucking fusion dance that shit. And it's like, and the thing is, if you don't want to do any of the dating app shit, you don't have to. You have versus mode, you have lobbies, you have ranked. You can just play as a pure fighting mode. But at the same time, if you want to take Lisa Hamilton on a date, I know I do. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I won't be doing that shit. You best believe. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I ain't doing that shit. I'm at least gonna try. You know what I mean? Just do it. And a certain percentage of the fucking Yaguna fan base will probably become fighting game fans just because they give it a shot, right? I just think that's the move. And the thing is, it would make sense for them too, because again, I'm thinking like a businessman. I honestly don't understand why Koei Tecmo even invests in the fighting game. If I keep it a buck, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense just because of the fact that how much money that has made them.
Right.
The vacation games, from what I understand, has made them so much money that it's literally saved them from the point of bankruptcy. It is a very big deal. It is like, I know a lot of people will be like, yo, like if you're from this space, you're like, bro, who's playing that? It's a lot of people, especially in Japan. The market is huge. But I like your idea. And I've actually heard this idea before, and I've had conversations about this before, and it could work. It could work because threading the needle like that, it would literally serve both purposes.
100%.
The only pushback that I've seen from this is by doing this, there is a possibility that the vacation side will feel like their game is alienated, depending on how it is titled and how it's marketed. Because if you market it more towards the fighting game side, the people who are in the gacha side are like, okay, well, where's our game at? I hear it. Even though, and then same thing, vice versa. If they market it more towards the vacation side, people gonna think that it's not a fighting game in there.
I hear it, but here's my counter argument to that. Right, here's why that doesn't work. We just received a VF trailer, like broadcast, where they spent the majority of the time talking about story. Think about that, right? How often does that happen? They didn't talk about fucking frame data and all this shit. They talked about story. The point I'm trying to make is you could have at fucking Summer Game Fest, you announce, you do your fucking Guna trailer, right? And then at Evo, same game, but you talk about the fight, like you talk about the same game at different points to different markets, right? And you won't necessarily be alienated. No, it's all of them. Like I think VF, even though it's only early days, VF has shown that no, you can absolutely do that. What you show depends on the audience you're speaking to. Okay, the people at Summer Games Fest, they don't want to know about frame data, they don't want to know about train mode, so we don't talk about them. We don't talk about rollback there. They don't care, right? But when we then show off at fucking at Evo, yeah, then we talk about fucking training mode. We talk about this. Like, I think you can do both. And the thing is, it's like, I'm thinking as a businessman. I'm thinking of like a skeezy businessman. I just want to make money. Fuck your love. I'm just talking about money, right? Okay. This game has made so much money. Like Extreme has made so much money, and it's kind of a budget investment. What if we go all in, right? Like, and we go all in. It's actually not a bad product. And also, the fighting game element would allow us to reach a gaming demographic that normally don't invest in gacha, don't invest in like the Gunner element. So it's like, it's a 2-segment marketing thing, right? Like it actually makes, so instead of investing, like it just makes makes more sense. If you're going to invest all the money in, then you might as well be like, okay, but this has like multiple people. There's a fighting game community that will come up the second we call it. Like if we announce a new DOA game, everyone who's currently playing Street Fighter, everyone who's currently playing Soul Calibur, everyone who's currently playing VF, everyone who's currently playing Tekken will look. They won't buy, but they'll look, right? So that is a large part of games marketing, is just trying to get people to look, right? So there's this whole segment, this clearly vibrant segment. Street Fighter 6 has shown the viability of this, that we could get to look, right? That is completely removed from our Extreme audience. And then on top of that, we have our Extreme audience who, like you said, has got us out of bankruptcy. It's the best of both worlds. And if we can deliver for both of these motherfuckers, this shit will print money forever. Forever.
That's a very good argument, but you're missing one key detail.
Let's hear it.
Sega's marketing team and Team Ninja's or Koei Tecmo's marketing team, based on what we've seen, are 2 completely different skill sets right now.
I hear it. Yeah, sure.
The marketing we've been seeing for this current VF versus the marketing that we're seeing for DOA 6 last round is like night and day. Yeah. And
but hold on. Counterpoint. Is that the case that they're bad at marketing, or they've just not been given money? Because I just don't. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a budget.
It's a chance that it could be both, but it's just, I don't know, because I mean, it ain't nothing to promote certain things on Twitter. I mean, it ain't nothing for them to be able to do that if they just want to reveal stuff, but they haven't revealed nothing at the same time. Yeah. You know, the only thing that they've been showing stuff over the past couple of days, but all they've been showing off really is the costumes. But yeah, their marketing hasn't been very not very at Sega's level. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, you ain't lying.
Now if they could do that, it'd be great. But it's just, I'm just judging that based on the history that we've seen over the last couple weeks.
I hear it, but for me, I don't think people are saying that like Koei Tecmo's marketing is bad. I don't think it's bad. I think they're just on marketing. Like, I think these motherfuckers have been given like $12 to market the game. Like, because even cutting a trailer costs money and time. It's like, okay, but like, to what end? People are going to buy this game. Like, they already have this impression that the people who are going to buy this game are already going to buy this game. So why market it? We already know how many people. Like, that's why, again, I keep saying it's a tax. Because I don't think they're trying to appeal to a new audience at all. I think it's like, no. If you're currently playing this game, you're going to pay us $30 to keep playing this game. So why market? We already got you over the barrel. You market when you're trying to get a new audience. Right. But like, I don't think they're really interested in getting a new audience. Like, they're not, that's not the play. So for me personally, I just don't believe that their marketing is bad. Because let's be real. Let's not act like Sega have been like great marketers themselves historically. They're not.
Yeah, no.
But this project's been given a lot of money. They got a lot of marketing budget. So now the marketing's godlike because they've been given the money and the resources to make it happen.
Yeah. Because I remember at first VF was kind of it was kind of wild in a little bit because what I remember at first their marketing, they was mainly like doing like a combination of marketing for both World Stage and Crossroads before we knew what the title was. And it was a lot of just miscommunication. And then I remember it got to a point where they was just, I forgot what event it was, but they was showing off the same thing they revealed in last slow motion.
Time. Yep, I remember that. I remember that. We stayed up late to watch it again in slow motion. Like, what the fuck you doing? Yeah,
and then they showed off like 3 seconds or something that nobody could explain at the time.
We now know it's yellow. But just like his feet walking. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, it's so dumb. I remember that.
And I specifically remember Sega saying, we're not going to show nothing else until we have something substantial to show. Agreed. And then after that, they gave us probably one of the best trailers for a fighting game we've seen in a minute.
100%. But again, but it's a really good, that's actually the perfect point, right? Go back and look at the way that Revo is marketed. Revo is marketed like shallow because it's like, it's a budget game. So we got like low marketing budget. Like, go watch those trailers. It's super simple. It's like, Virtua Fighter 5 is back. Crickets. That's it. I like a 2 minute like descriptor of every character in the game. Like, seemed to be made super cheap. I think they paid Ryan Hart to sit in front of his webcam, talk about the game. Like, the point is, like, they invested like a small amount in the marketing for that game because they knew that, okay, but like, what's the maximum reach this game's gonna have? Not much, right? So we don't have to sell we're not gonna sell fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, you know what I mean? So don't invest that kind of thing in the marketing. It's actually not a bad choice. You might say, oh, you would have sold more if you marketed more. It's like, well, no, that's no guarantee of that. That's not how marketing spend works. And I think that with Sega, it's like with VF, like, no, we want everyone and their grandma to buy VF6. So we spend the marketing money accordingly. And I think, to go back to DOA, I think they've internally said that, we already have a sense that a few thousand people, maybe 10,000 if we're lucky, but no, like a few thousand people are going to buy this game. Therefore, we're going to spend a few thousand people's worth of marketing budget. That's it.
Yeah, but I think it's also how they're marketing it too. I think that's also a major part of what, because VF5 is a small budget game and things like that, but it was more than just VF's back and we out of here. It was VF's back. Here's some crossplay. Here's some rollback. Now we're out of here. That's all we needed.
But even that is because I think Sega invested more in Revo than Koei Tecmo has invested in last round. That's what I'm saying. I think it matches. I think that you're right. They spent more marketing budget on Revo because when Revo first came out, there was no DOA 5 on PC. So it was the first time it was coming to PC. It makes sense. First time it's coming to Xbox. It made sense, right? So it totally tracked. Like, basically, it was new on these platforms. But the thing is, like, that's not the truth for LR. Anyone who wants DOA 6 can already have DOA 6, right? So it's like, how many more new sales are you likely going to get? Like, again, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm trying to think like a skeezy businessman. Why do I not give this team that much money? It's because I go, this game ain't going to make that much money. It's just not. And then I don't think they're wrong to say that. But what you would want ideally is like, okay, but we owe our fan base a certain amount. And I think that's what this, because like you said, even if you just got a tweet, okay, we haven't been paid to pay editors and a sound team and a blah, blah, blah to do this stuff, but here's combat designer, insert Japanese name here, and here's what we are thinking about. That's all it would take to get the fan base like, literally, the fan base needs a tweet. The fan base needs a good tweet. Yeah. And then that's enough. The videos get made, the hype around the fan base gets, but the fact that they don't even do that suggests to me that the people behind this choice are not combat designers. Like, this is, you know what I mean? It's
it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it's the gacha people who are making the behind this. Otherwise, they would have mentioned, here's the balance change and why they were made. Here's how we're improving your training mode. Here's how we're like, no, it's the gacha people doing this. Because I have no doubt that the gacha people are in charge of the brand now. The fighting game people work for them now. I have no doubt. No doubt.
You know, it's very interesting that you say that, because before we even got like the small little gameplay clips we have now that's showing off the characters' costumes, before we got that, the actual Dead or Alive Venus Vacation official account was talking about pre-order Dead or Alive 6 last round before the actual Dead or Alive 6 Twitter said anything.
100%.
So
yeah, it's clear that the guys in charge are, once upon a time the fighting game guys were in charge. Now the people in charge of the brand are the gacha guys, which makes sense because they make more money. So it's like, all right, cool. What do you think we should do? Well, we got a pretty game here. We'll add, what do our fans in the gacha world like? Well, if we improve the lighting and we add a photo mode, that'll increase sales. Yeah, let's do that. Meanwhile, the fighting game players are like, okay, but what about rig though? Like, yeah, we ain't here to talk about frame data.
What I'm gonna do when the game comes out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my OBS, hit the go live button, and the first thing I do when I launch that game is I'm going to see if Lisa's glitch still works.
Oh, against the wall, the big dumb wall combo.
So
yeah.
So for anybody that's watching this, Lisa has what makes Lisa like high on the tier list, because she's alright, but she's not like super busted outside of a couple things. And one of those things is she has a glitch throw against the wall where she has her back turned to the wall and you try to do a hold, she throws you into the wall, half your life bar is gone, and then you can continue the combo.
I see it.
And you do 6kk, that's guaranteed, you can't do nothing against it. Now you're like down to 60%, and then you can do a break blow right after, and now you're at 70%.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be like that. It doesn't scale. The damage doesn't scale. It's supposed to scale. It's arguable to think if that's even supposed to even happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that needs to be addressed. There's other glitches in the game that need to be addressed as far as like certain stages. Certain stages are kind of bugged. Where certain characters can get away with stuff that they're not supposed to be able to get away with. There's character specific matchup things where I think like Elliot and Christy, if you fight them with each other and you hit Elliot with a fatal stun, you can hit him with some stuff that's not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a lot of different glitches and things like that, little bugs. Like the game needs more polish, and I'll be able to tell right off of just that throw. I'll be able to tell right there if they
how much effort
changed anything.
Yeah, 100%. No, it seems clear to me. Even in my short time with the game, I was like, oh yeah, there's stuff here that's bugged, and because the game's not getting updates, it won't get touched. And like, oh, there's a new update. Okay, cool. If you do a new update and this stuff isn't addressed, you didn't care. Like you actually didn't care because you've had years to deal with this. Yeah, 100%. It's non-negotiable. So it makes sense. I totally say that. Yeah, that heading to that Lisa bug, heading to looking at rig, we should be your first sense of like, okay, did a combat designer who cares about this game address this, or was this just done by the gacha people where it really is just the photo mode and the new lighting engine? And that's just how it seems, right? Because again, I can't stress this enough. We have not heard a combat system note yet. Not a single one.
We don't even have patch notes. They put patch notes for Fatal Frame, but they don't give no patch notes for DOA. Like that's just crazy.
That's funny as fuck. That's so wild. Fatal Frame gets patch notes before. Nah, that's crazy.
Bro, if you go to Team Ninja's stuff and go to their posts, bro, they had patch notes for Fatal Frame. Like I'm like, yo, this is a single player game.
That's so crazy. Oh man. DOA isn't that old, right? Didn't it come out after Tekken 8? Yeah, it's a contemporary of Tekken. No, Tekken 7. Yeah, it's contemporary of Tekken 7.
Yeah,
it's contemporary of Tekken 7. But that's old. That's 8 years, right? That's 7 years. 8 years.
An old game.
Yeah, it's an old game. Yeah, it's last gen, man. That's 7 years, 8 years. So, it's due an update. Like updating that game's not a bad move at all. Damn, patch notes, so crazy. Yo, thanks for the subscribe, Shinatina. But yeah, no, it's funny because when I first discovered your channel, I instantly subbed, not just because you were doing content and playing the same character as me, but you were talking about, this is a complete different tangent, but like we were talking about how you got into Tekken at first, and Tekken community gave you like a hard time. There's just no respect, like no love, which is funny because at the time I got into it at that point, and that's kind of my golden era. Maybe you came in a little bit later. And when you played DOA, there was a community that like there's a game you loved, community you loved, and then it just came in, and you are having a hard time in your life outside of the game, and things just coalesce, and you ended up meeting people. I think you had the story like you met a girl. Like I'll link the video because it's a really funny video. Like, okay, this guy gets it, because like video games are more than about like, but it's more than about games. So like I said, it's more about software. It's about people, and so I was like, all right, people being honest about like their own life and their own situation is important. As I've said this multiple times, I got into Tekken 7 at a period where I lost my job, I had to move back in with my parents. Girl I was crazy about left me. I was at the lowest point. I'm like, I'm losing everywhere. So Tekken became like my like life raft. And I think a lot of players and a surprising number of content creators have a similar story where their life just went to shit. They had some sort of game that they lost themselves in. And for a certain period of time, while they kind of pulled themselves together, it kept them going, right? And the reason I bring that up here is because like, I have a lot of misgivings about fighting game communities in general. And like, I guess, do you want to talk about like, you can go into as much or as little detail as you want about like how Tekken community treated you, and perhaps more importantly, what makes a good community, what makes a bad community a bad community? Because obviously as new fighting games come out, new communities are going to form. And I actually think we spend so much time as a community talking about frame data, rollback, training modes, and not enough time about, okay, but what makes a fighting game community good? What makes a group of players one that I want to join and play a part of, and what it's like, oh, this is so toxic, I don't want to be a part of it. So I know it's a big question, but yeah, thoughts on the community in fighting games?
Man, that's a question with some layers on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Start with 7. Start with Tekken, right? Why did you ultimately become a DOA player and not a Tekken player? Let's start there.
Okay, so let me start from because like I said, when growing up, I had Tekken in the household, Mortal Kombat in the household, but I was more so a fan of the Tekken side, even though I was young, I was headbutting my controller, but I used to see my dad play. My dad used to whoop everybody on martial law. So I was like, yeah, I like this game because my dad plays it and he's good at it. You know, it was one of those things. I played Tekken 6. Didn't play it online or nothing like that. I was more so just an arcade guy. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't have online at the time.
Online was shit back then. Don't worry about it. Like, yeah, I hear it.
I was playing during like the online side. I was playing during Tekken Revolution. That's when I really started trying to play online, and I mainly started from my friends, like in real life, because I kind of was the type of guy to where I kind of just stayed in my own lane. I was more or less like what you would call like a ball and gun gamer when I was playing by myself. So anything that was different from that was normally like a group oriented thing. Like I was playing with people that I knew from school and stuff like that. And we would just hop on Tekken. Like Tekken Revolution is free. We can go ahead and hop on that and play. You know, so I was like, you know, cool. I did that. And I ended up, you know, I was being like, I don't want to say that I was like the best. I wasn't like super ego driven or nothing like that, but I was like, I'm beating all my friends. I can probably play this online and probably make some videos for it. I've always liked being a YouTube guy. Like I had like an older channel before the one I got now, where I was like a kid being super cringe. But I was trying to make content for that and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1.
Xenoverse, man. I love me some Xenoverse. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some Xenoverse. They'll get the jank, but I love them. But yeah, continue.
So Tekken Revolution was a very love-hate relationship game for me because I didn't play Tag 2, so I didn't have like a single inkling of knowledge, but the Revolution kind of played a lot like Tag 2. Except you had things like you had people doing red moves and there was like invincible and stuff like that. And I was a scrub. I didn't the only characters I really liked it was Zafina and June. And at that time I didn't have access to them characters. You only had like a couple characters you could play. And the rest you had to like unlock after playing a certain amount of games or something like that. I don't really know. I don't remember the exact conditions. I know one time I randomly unlocked Alyssa. But I was playing Lily at the time just because I didn't know who else to play. I didn't really want to play. I tried playing Kazuya, but I was like, everybody plays Kazuya. I don't want to play that character.
I hear it.
And
they still do, by the way. Just saying.
So there was a point in time where I was making a video and like I was recording. I don't know if you guys remember, but they had a thing called a Roxio game capture back in the day. I was using that.
Okay.
I was recording and I got really mad. Like like I got mad. I slammed my hand down on the laptop that I was using to record my stuff. I kicked a little hole in the wall.
Damn. You were that guy.
Yeah. I used to be really OD. I mellowed out a lot now. Like I still rage, but it wasn't nowhere where it is now. I've matured a lot, and age will do that to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got really mad. And me, I was a shameless individual, so I'm like, I'm gonna just go ahead and post it anyway. I don't care. See what happens. Because I was, small kid YouTuber only getting like 15 views on a good day. Right. Who gonna see this? Apparently, if you guys know who Arsenal Ty is.
Oh, Arsenal Ty, I remember. Yep.
He found that video. And he put me in a rage compilation. That's the only proof that I have that I was making content back then, by the way. That's the only proof that exists. Because I deleted that channel. But that happened, and there was a ton of people. Sorry,
Zink's in the chat, just like you said. He put me in a rage compilation, and Zink was like, "Oh no!" It's like, "Oh yes." And they continue.
Yep. I got put in a rage compilation, and everybody seen that shit, and everybody was laughing at that shit, and then what made it worse, main man Swee seen that rage compilation.
Oh man.
All of them people came to me.
Listen.
Every video,
listen. I gotta correct you. Main man fans aren't people. Continue. They're not people. Continue. Those things came to you. Understood. Continue.
Yeah. So all of those ended up on my channel, and then from then on, every single video I uploaded that was Tekken related, it was just, damn, you suck in the comments, and I'm like,
damn.
And mind you, I'm a little teenager.
I'm about to ask, how old are you here? How old are you? Like roughly, like
I'm
what?
28. I'm 28 now.
No, but then.
But then I think I couldn't have been no older than 15.
That's
no older. I think I was like maybe 13, 14 at the time.
That's wild. Yeah.
And it was just nonstop on my ass. And at first I found it funny because I'm like, I'm getting a bunch of attention. But like 3 months down the line, I'm like, yo, this is this is wild.
100%.
So it got to a point where I was like kind of like leaning into it, not because I wanted to, but because I'm like, I've dealt with it for so long, I may as well lean into it.
Sure.
I was putting in the thumbnails like, yeah, I'm butt, look at this, like my mental stack was slowly deteriorating.
Right.
And then it got to a point where there was like some people were like defending me. Like there was like 2 people in specific that was defending me for it. But at a certain point, my mental stack was just screwed, and I was like, you know what, I'm done playing. I'm done playing fighting games, bro. Like I'm good. I'll stick to my Call of Duties.
Right, I play some 2K, play some Call of Duty. Yep. I heard.
So it was bad. It was bad for a good minute, and I stuck to that. I stuck to anime games. I stuck to RPGs. I was playing Final Fantasy a little bit. I was getting into Final Fantasy games around that time. And then DC Universe Online was also a really big one. I remember playing that.
That's when I think I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think that's when I hit the subscribe button. I'm like, this man knows ball. This man knows ball. These real ones know about DCUO, man. Ooh, all right, we have to have a separate stream talk about DCUO. That shit was ass, but I loved it. That game was fun.
Yo, like
I love that game.
Yo, I still come back to it from time to time for like 15 minutes just to check. Just to check it out. I'll play one mission. I'll be like, nah, I remember why I uninstalled this.
Oh man, DCUO. That game was it.
DC holds a special place in my heart.
Same. Anyone who played it, I think it holds a special place in the heart of anyone who played it. That was a special time. But anyway, I didn't want to interrupt you. But every time I hear someone mention DCUO, I'm like, smile on my face, instant memory unlock. I'm like, yeah. No, but go on. So yeah, you playing fighting games. You have you're a teenager. You have your rage out. Fucking TMM. You get put on notice. People start trolling you in the comments. And then eventually you're like, you know what? At first it's fun, but you're like, it ain't no fun anymore. It's actually legit affecting my mood. So you step away from fighting games as a whole at that point, right?
Yep. And then I was playing, basically just playing a plethora of other things. That was in like the ball and gun range, and then free to play games. That was like my limit.
Right.
If it wasn't free to play, because free to play, I ain't got no reason not to try. Right. It's free. So I want to say maybe about a year later. I just randomly decide to check the store just to see what's new in the little free space. And that's when I see Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate Core Fighters. Now, I had no idea what this game was. I didn't know nothing about it. All I know is they show in the picture, they show Kasumi, but you couldn't see her face. It cuts off her face just like titties. Halfway through. The classic shot. It's like half her face is cut off from the top, and it looked like she's crying. So right off the rip, I'm seeing that, and I'm thinking like, oh, this might be like a Final Fantasy type game.
Right. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
But
some Neo Automata shit.
I hop on, see it. I look at the stage, like I look at the main menu screen. Now I'm seeing verses and arcade, so I'm like, oh no.
Shit, here we go again.
I was thinking, and I sat there and I was pondering. I'm like, do I want to play this? Like, you know, because I'm just, all the memories are flooding back of what happened, and I'm like, well, okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll play with my friends. I'll give it a try with my friends since it's free, because they're likely gonna find it and ask me to play anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just introduce it to my friends. We can play it and see how it feels from there, and then probably about a week gonna go by, and then we're gonna be on to the next game. I hopped on there, and me and my two brothers, they're not real life brothers, but I've known them since elementary school, so they may as well be my brothers. I played with them, and we was playing that game all that night, just figuring out all the stuff. And I think what did it is one of my friends who was fighting me, and they had these things in Dead or Alive 5 that isn't in 6 no more, called cliffhangers.
Okay.
In a cliffhanger, you knock somebody into the thing and it pops up a mini game, because your character starts rolling down the ramp. You press the guard button so that way you can catch yourself, and it pulls in an animation where they catch something to stay hanging on to the ramp.
I think I've seen
and then
that.
your character runs at them.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
From right then and there, you have to guess.
Yeah.
You have to guess if they're gonna go for a strike or a throw. If you press the wrong button, you get hit with some crazy stuff on the way down.
Yeah. Is that whether you get the clip of fucking Jackie Bryan just going, yeah, and then the bulldog or someone off the south fucking that shot. That shot. I love that. Yeah, bulldog off the top of a building onto a car. I'm like, this game is crazy. Yeah. Anyway,
I think it was that moment. It was that moment when that happened. We was like, all three of us was like, yo, what is going on in this game?
Yeah.
And then we spent the entire rest of that night just playing with the characters we had available, because you only had like 6 characters available. You had the 4 base, which was Kasumi, Ayane, Hayabusa, and Hayate. And then you had 2 temporarily free characters. So characters that was free around that time was Momiji and Brad Wong.
Okay.
And we just took them 6 characters, and we was just running through them, just trying out all the stages, trying out everything, seeing what all we could do. And then this ended up just becoming a game that we was just playing regularly at that point. It did take me a little bit before I wanted to get in the lobbies and stuff like that.
Right.
But I did. I think what made me take that leap was just after a while, like it was kind of like the same situation as how it was when it started with Tekken. I got to a point where I was beating my friends at the game, and that kind of just built up my confidence. And I was like, let me try to play some ranked, you know. And then I was at the time when I first started, I was playing Ayane. I managed to get myself up to a little B plus, or not B plus, B minus. I got to a B plus in last round and got the A minus, but that's neither here nor there. Got to a B minus, and then I felt like really comfortable on that character where I was like, I want to play in some lobbies, but I was like, I want to learn a different character just in case. You know, just have an aspect of like how to play and stuff. I hop in the training mode, how I used to train back in the day, which I don't recommend this to nobody, was fighting the CPU, because the CPU fights completely different than how people fight online.
Of course.
But I was fighting the CPU on the highest difficulty, where they just do nothing but read your buttons. And I was fighting Momiji. And then this chick gonna hit me with a modified Azuna drop with fire coming out. and I seen that and I was like,
gotta learn that shit.
I gotta learn this character.
Yeah, 100%. No, 100%.
I'm like, I gotta learn this character now.
Yeah.
So now my new main is Momiji, and I play a little bit of rank. I don't rank up, but I play a little bit of ranked once I feel comfortable on her. And then after that, then I started playing in lobbies. And it's kind of the way DOA lobbies work. They're kind of like similar to like how it is with Mortal Kombat, where you have open mic. So if you have a mic, you can just talk.
Yeah.
So majority of the time, you could, even as somebody that was brand new coming in, you could tell it was like a community in there, because you will hop into a lobby with 16 people in there and they all talking. You got 8 people talking shit to each other. You got the other 7 in there just having genuine conversation. You got 2 people that's playing some music in the background. You're like, yo,
it's like Discord before Discord. People just out here. Yeah, 100%.
So you could really feel like a sense of community there. And that's kind of like why I've always had the stance of like every game should have like some type of open type of mic lobby deal, because I feel
so mixed about that, because I hear it, but
it's
some
mixed.
of these
I'm mixed on it, because I know some people can be OD. I know some people can just be wilding, bro. Like I seen what be happening in Mortal Kombat.
I don't want to be talking to Tekken players, bro. As a Tekken player, I don't want to be talking to Tekken players, bro. I gotta vet you 100%. I don't know. I don't want. I ain't
gonna lie. I think Tekken will probably be the only one I'll make an exception for.
Yeah.
They can get a little weird. They can get a little weird, but yeah. DOA, when I was doing them lobbies, it would be chill, because there'll just be so much going on at the same time. You could kind of just find your place to fit in. So it wasn't really hard for me to make friends, because the community at that point, even though it was much bigger than how it is now, like you would be hard pressed to find lobbies how you found them in DOA 5 Ultimate. You will find the same people on every single day. Like they was dedicated to that shit. So you would go in, join the lobbies, and you'd be running to the same like 32, 40 people, depending on how many lobbies you go into.
Yep.
So it was really easy to just like make connections that way and to feel welcome. And that's what kept me around, even when some crazy shit happened, because I think the craziest thing that happened to me when I was first starting off in DOA 5 was when I did first get in the lobbies, and a high level, well, not even high level, because there's multiple levels in DOA, but like one of the top level players is a guy named Electrify Man.
Shit.
Electrify
Man, he's a murderer. Xiao Yu player in Tekken, a fucking Helena player in DOA, and a Lei Fei player in VF. If you see Electrifying Man in your lobby in any 3D fighting game, take my advice, run.
Yeah, that man is dangerous. So here's the story of me and Electrify Man. So Electrify Man had joined the lobby. It was random. Like we was just playing, chilling, having a good time, like always. And all you see is Electrify Man join the lobby. And the moment he joined, all you hear is people in the mic say, "Oh shit, hold on!" And after that match ended, everybody backed out. Everybody backed out to where it was just showing the lobby screen, waiting for 2 people to ready up.
Oh shit!
So,
go.
I'm like,
that's so crazy.
I'm like, so me not knowing who none of the top players are at this point, I'm like, what's going on? Like, why'd everybody back out? You know, and they was like, yo, bro, that's E-Man, bro. I don't want no smoke with E-Man.
E-Man.
I don't want no problems with E-Man. That's what they'll call him. They call him E-Man. I'm like, nobody want no problems with E-Man, bro.
Oh shit! For those of you watching on stream, I found his YouTube page. Listen, this guy, this Electrify Man, he's any game he plays, he is a murderer. Continue. We'll watch some of it in the background, but continue.
Yeah. So me. They're like we're at a standstill. You got Electrify Man. He hasn't said a word yet. He's just sitting there ready to fight somebody. And everybody's on the mic just talking about like, yo, like who gonna fight him? Like it ain't gonna be me. And at like the 5-minute mark, like me, I'm just at this point there was like I was beating like people that I felt like I had no business beating. Like I felt like I was like my ego was kind of up. I'll just say that because I was beating people that was like a much higher rank than me, and I thought that meant something.
Of course, you don't know your level yet. You don't know your level.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I ain't no bitch. I'll fight him. And everybody was like, oh, okay, good luck, bro. I hopped in.
I ain't no bitch. Bro. I ain't scared of you,
bro.
Bro.
I hopped in there, bro. And it was, bro, I ain't get around, bro. It was yo, and I ain't get around. I ain't get a game. It was just 2 hours of straight belt. Like it was like, it was a so like we played like 50 games. It was at least 50 games. He didn't drop a single game. He didn't drop a single round. I got graded a few times. A grade is technically a perfect playing Tekken. I got perfected a few times, and there was like 2 games where he did not take no damage at all. Like I got greatest, and everybody in the mic was just having a ball, boy. They're like, "Oh my god!" They're like, "Oh my god! Don't let him hit you like that. Don't let him do you like that." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm trying, bro. You don't see this?" I'm like, "You don't see this? It's happening on the screen to me right now."
Oh god! Yeah.
And then, but yeah, so that hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna lie because in the very last game, he did me especially dirty on the very last game. So they have this thing in DOA where when you win, they have like the little win screen and everything. And then when you do the win screen, you're sitting on that screen for like about a good like 5 seconds waiting for it to load back into the lobby mode so that we can run the next match.
Yeah.
He closed the application right on his win pose. So like it said winner. The Helena didn't even finish her win quote. It just cut her off mid quote and said Electrify Man left the lobby. And everybody in the lobby lost their shit.
Hey yo, it's like I ain't even gonna celebrate. I'm gonna shoot the game winner. I'm gonna just walk to the changing room. I already know it's over. I don't need a celebration. I don't need no interview. We're done. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did me. He gave me the nuclear bomb versus coughing baby. Yep. He gave me one of those. So it was nasty. It was dirty. I think, like, I'm not gonna lie, that, like I said, that hurt my feelings when he did that because everybody was cracking jokes.
100%.
And they was joking about it for like a good couple of days, but then it's like, after about a week, it was just kind of like it is what it is. Like somebody,
of course, it's Electrifying Man. Now you know why we all left.
Somebody was like, "Hey, now you know when he show up, do not fuck with him. Leave him alone when you see him." So I was like, for sure.
Oh,
and then
God.
we just kind of, I was just like, yo.
See, this is fun. The thing is, right? I remember a few months back, I had this argument with Finty, and we're talking about like ranked, and he's talking about like, I want rank mode to have like rank integrity, and like everyone should be locked into a first or two. And I'm like, I understand what he's getting for, but I'm like, maybe I'm just an old man. Like, that's not what fighting games are about. Fighting games are about what you just described. I don't care what the I don't care what the PNG said. This motherfucker nice. Play him in a first to 50, and you can't take a round bruh. And the whole community just laughing. I'm like, these are the levels. Don't talk to me about the PNG. Don't talk to me about ranked integrity or matching. I don't care about esports. Fuck esports. I'm talking about lobbies, belt to ass. Like, that's it. Just like, oh my God. Yeah. So I'm laughing. Just imagining that. Cause yeah, I think we've all been in those lobbies where it's like, oh shit. Like the killer showed up.
Yep.
Y'all didn't tell me.
Yep. So when you seen, so it's like, yeah, everybody knew everybody, and everybody, when you knew there was somebody that was a demon in the lobby, they made sure to make it known.
Yeah.
Made sure to make it known. So you seen an electrified man, you seen a hoodless join, you seen Emery join by his old name when he was Rojiku. He was called the Rojiku effect. You seen him join. Everybody knew to get the fuck on down. Get the fuck on down. Hit that spectator mode and let whatever victim wants to join.
Man, say hit the spectator mode. Hit the jets. We gotta go. Oh, it's Omar.
Yep.
You hear the whistling. You gotta run. That's so crazy. Oh man.
I was like, yeah. And then, but yeah, with everybody knowing everybody, so you joining and you seeing the same eight lobbies filled up with the same players and stuff like that. Everybody, it just felt like a family. That's kind of the best way I can put it, and that's what kept me around. Now I didn't play high level after I received that ass whooping. I'm like, I'm a casual DOA player. You know, I will play the people that are on my level until further notice.
I hear it.
You know, and then for me, I think most of my days were like on the casual side, because like there are players that are like really nasty now. Like there's a guy named Mr. Cool Dude who's like one of the best Jan Lee players that we have, and he came up around the same time as me, and the only difference between me and him is that he spent all his time lab and I spent all my time being a casual.
Right. He locked in. He locked in. So that's just kind of how it was. Like you touched on before, I was being a little freakazoid. I was dating and stuff. If you was on the mic and you was a woman, I was on that. You know, I spent more of my time doing that. I have more memories doing that than actually trying to get better at the game. You were casual in the classic sense. You were like, oh, hey girl, what are you doing around here? You come here often?
I won't get into too much detail beyond that, but
you gotta check out. If you want to know more, there's a YouTube video. I'll leave a link in the description. I'll leave a link. You wanna hear this? You wanna hear the real story, chat? And let me tell you, it's a good one. I'll send you the link. Trust me. If you ain't subscribing now, those stories are funny as fuck. Yeah, I'll hook you up, chat. I'll hook you up.
I will do more detailed stories of those when last round come out, because that wasn't my content plans anyway.
That shit was funny, but I continue.
But yeah, as far as I'll go with that just for now was I ended up getting catfish one time, and that scared me out of ever doing that shit again. So
in that scary place.
After that, I was like, yo, no more. That's it. I ain't doing that shit no more. Y'all getting too nasty. But yeah, after that, things just kind of rolled with the punches for a good little minute. DOA 6 came out. I think, that had such a profound effect on me. Like my experience with DOA 5, it had such a profound effect on me that this was like the only other game where I spent like money on like the super deluxe edition. Like I spent the $90. I got the $90 version. Yeah. I don't do that for the only other game I've ever done for that was Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is like my favorite game just because that's the game that made me want to branch out and start trying other games. Like I'm open-minded because of that game. Yeah. So with that being said, that was like the only other game. I bought the $90 version, and I was cool with the people that I was cool with in the community. You know, we all played the game and stuff like that. And next thing I know, we got like the stuff with the hair, because the hair situation was so big that me as a casual, I couldn't even ignore it if I wanted to.
Yeah, no, it was huge. It was huge.
Yep, that was huge. And then the game after that had shut down after that, you know. And then couple years go by, around 2018. 2018, I went back to DOA 5, and I was just playing 5 last round, enjoying 5 last round. And I was juggling between that and 6 is like my fighting games, and then I was also playing Tekken 7 on top of that. And those were just kind of my things.
So you were back. So you were back in fighting games. Tekken Rev kind of got you out of fighting games. DOA 5 kind of got you back in.
Yep. That literally got me back in the fighting games. And the reason why I found myself back on Tekken was because a good amount of people that I was playing DOA with also played Tekken.
Yes, that makes sense.
Like they would finish like a little session. They'd be like, I'm finna go play some Tekken 7 for a minute. And I'm like, y'all playing Tekken 7? They're like, yeah, we playing Tekken 7. You know, we play a little bit of DOA here, play a little bit of Tekken here. If we want to play some more fighting games, we go back to DOA or play something else, you know? And I was just like, you know? So I hopped back on Tekken 7. And my confidence was so low on Tekken 7 that I hit warrior rank and I was good for like 3 months. Like I was like, I got warrior rank. I'm happy, bro. Like
I reached yellow ranks. We're done.
Yep. Bro, like
shit.
I remember playing, getting warrior rank, and I didn't play for like a whole season, bro. I didn't play again till like I want to say like season 3, season 4.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But luckily there was a homie that also played DOA and Tekken that I knew in real life as well, that I met through one of the jobs I used to work. And there's this setup. It's a really funny setup. So it looks like a briefcase. I don't know the name of it, but it looks like a briefcase. You open up the briefcase and one side has an LED screen, and you can set your console on the other side, and then plug it in through the HDMIs and then play the game like that. So it would be times where I would take that to work, bring my PS4 to work, because I had a PS4 back then before PS5 even was a thought. I'll bring it up there, set it up, and during our break time, we would just hop in there and start running games. And we would play DOA, and then we would play Tekken. He was better than me at Tekken. He was much better than me at Tekken. So I was like, shoot, I got a reason to get better at Tekken.
Oh, okay. I'll get my lick back in DOA. It's like, nah, I gotta catch up with you. Can't be this free.
No, so yeah, it's like he was free in DOA, so it's like I didn't really think too much about it, because you know he was free in DOA, but in Tekken I was free to him, and I ain't like that. You know, because I'm used to always beating my friends in real life, so now I had a reason to grind some Tekken, and then I ended off before Tekken 8 came out. I had the ambition to get the Fujin rank, so I finished off Tekken 7 at Fujin rank when my original goal was warrior. That in combination with the DOA people just playing other games got me into other fighting games. So that's another major reason why like DOA really just got me back into the genre. So
but the thing is, all of these stories, the key takeaway of all these stories though is like, and again, it's what I keep trying to get back in this channel, and I truly feel like a lot of people just forget. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. Everyone's constantly talking about software. Everyone's constantly talking about frame data, trading mode, blah, blah, blah. But it's like fighting games is what you just described of, I pull up in my fucking gaming briefcase, my boy frees me up. Now I gotta lock in, so I can't be getting free to my boys. Or I'm in the lobby, some guy called Electrifying Man shows up, I ain't scared, I'm getting fucked up, and everyone in the lobby / arcade / living room is laughing their ass off. Cause I'm trying to get a game. I'm trying to get a game. Like, I'm like, all right, let me get all around, right? And like, that is, and everyone's having a good time. That is that sense of like, it's hard to describe because it's kind of like friendly rivalry. Like, we're enemies, but we're not really enemies. I'm trying to best you, but we're kind of on the same team. We're trying to lock in. That is kind of what fighting games are about. And I feel like as fighting games historically were played primarily in arcades, which is a real space, or in like your cousin's living room, right? Or like, so it was a physical thing first, and the online was kind of like a simulation of that physical space. But as fighting games have kind of moved primarily online, motherfuckers just boot up the game, played rank, and they just play in their bedrooms alone, no voice chat, no nothing, no relationship at all, just playing nonstop against randomers. And I feel like as fighting games move in that direction and they kind of get developed for that direction, it's like, that's that's not what fighting games are, man. Like that's not, and the thing is, there's a generation who doesn't know because they didn't grow up playing fighting games in the living room on the PlayStation 2 or whatever. They didn't grow up in the arcades, or they didn't have the fucking open mic lobby, so they don't know the fact that fighting games are at their heart a communal thing. So I'm constantly talking about dojos. I'm constantly talking about like if you want to get good at a fighting game, you need a dojo. It doesn't actually matter how good you are, how much frame data you know. You need like a body of people. We play every Thursday, or we play every other night, and like I know you by name. I know, like, oh, when you show up, this is the character you play. Like, you kind of need that. And a lot of people just don't know that because the games industry has moved in this direction where it's like, no. You get the fighting game, you put up ranked, you do a first to 3 against a person you never know, and you fucking never see them again. And then you rinse and repeat this over and over again until you want to fucking kill yourself. like I'm like, that's not how fighting games were meant to be played. And yet that seems to be that's the expectation that both the games and the community seems to have. Like that's not what it's about. It's about lobbies. And what's interesting is that when I played smaller games, I'm kind of reminded of that. When you go to DOA, ranked, there aren't enough people to have like a good ranked session. If you want to get your games in, you gotta join a lobby, right? You gotta join a lobby. And VF is the same. It's like if you want to get good games, you gotta get a lobby. But there's a lot of people who I think when they go to VF or they go to DOA, they kind of go, I just want to play ranked. I'm like, I can't tell you what to do, but it sounds very arrogant. You think you just want to play ranked. That's all you know. But like, I'm telling you, what you really want is what you just described. Oh, if you want to be in the lobby, people watching, people laughing, or people be freeing you up, and you get that one game, like, fuck you, I got that game. I'll take it. Whatever. Like, and that is actually what you want. And like fighting games you can have the best piece of software, but if the community is trash, and the way and the quality of the interactions between us is trash, your game is trash. Like, I don't care how good the graphics are, I don't care how good your story mode is, don't care what your frame data is. It's like, it's as corny as it sounds, is like the relationship that gets formed. And too many fighting games have just forgot that. And I'm really excited that that VF is looking like it's going to revolutionize a lot of fighting games. But I really hope that at some point we get conversations about what they intend to do, if anything, about community. Because I'm like, that's where the next innovation has to happen. At first, the innovation we needed was netcode. We needed netcode in it. I'm like, you know what? And we got it. Great. What we need now is like community innovation. Like I need a game to be like, here's what we're doing to make sure our community is fucking godlike. Here's how we're going to make it. You can relate to people, form teams, have like interesting battles. Like that's the next push. And I've not heard any games company like innovate in that direction. And that's what I want more than anything. But yeah, that was just me yapping. But I was just smiling. Hearing you tell those stories, I was smiling because I'm like, anyone who's played fighting games long enough has a similar thing. Being in the room with your cousins. You're the shittest one out of all your cousins. And you're just trying to get a game, right? Or you're the killer. And now you're the one who everyone's trying to beat up. Or like you just have this one rivalry. I play this guy every Thursday and it's like 50-50. I'm trying to beat, I don't want it 50-50. I want to be 60-50. I want to be 60-40, right? And now all of a sudden you're motivated to lab and to practice. All right, my friend plays law. All right, now I'll lab law. What the fuck's law be doing? Oh shit, you can low parry that? Got it. Right? That's fighting games.
Yeah. that there's a reason. The only reason why I know how to block Junkyard is because of that.
Yep, exactly. That's how it is. That's it.
The only reason why I took the time out to learn how to block Junkyard.
This motherfucker's hitting me. What is this move? Oh, the second hit is a low. All right, I got something for you next Thursday. I got something for you. And then he does it. You low parry, and you're like, and the endorphin rush. I'm hooked. Low parry that, and he's like, oh, you low parry that? Yes, I am. Now you can't do it no more. And now he's starting to lab your shit. That's it. That's fighting games, bro. That's fighting games.
Yep. I do have one more story in my bag.
Oh, let's hear it.
So, at the time, I've been a casual for majority of my DOA tenure, but in the last, I made a video about it, but in the last, I want to say year, whenever I upload that video, I don't remember the exact date, but I decided to start like getting into the higher level stuff, learning frames and actually competing and stuff like that. And that's mainly just due to the new circle that I have around me.
Right.
Majority of the people that I'm like surrounded by that I'm cool with now, on top of like the people that I'm already been cool with, are like higher level people. Like I'm cool with Emery now. I'm cool with Hoodless now. I got a guy named Looney. That's one of my guys. And I met the way that this started was just due to kind of like just like a community little thing, because I was making my own content. I was like trying to make Tekken 8 content at the time.
Yep.
So and I seen Emery streaming one time, and at the time I was just another viewer. I was just another number on the screen, right? But I was making content at the same time. So I'm like, you know, so if he's doing open lobbies and stuff like that, I'll join the open lobby and I'll record, and then I'll do like a dual perspective thing. Because I'm doing my own commentary, I'm making my own video, and he's already streaming. Why not combine the two?
Right.
I combined the two, and I made the video. I think it was called when 2 DOA players get active on Tekken 8.
Right.
That shit got his attention.
Oh shit.
and after that, he kind of just took me, like, for lack of a better word, he kind of just took me under his wing.
Right.
You know, he kind of showed me the ropes on how to improve at the game and stuff like that. Show me the ropes on just how to make better content in general. I feel like a lot of my improvements in content can be attributed to both Emery and other people that I've met on my journey. And really, it kind of in a way feels like the Dead or Alive 5U days all over again, because I'm meeting people that I talk to every day now.
Yeah.
That I normally wouldn't on a day-to-day basis, and I'm learning new things every day as I go. So it's almost like just except for instead of just DOA, I'm doing it for multiple fighting games and for content creation. So like for example, I recently hit GOD on Tekken 8 and I decided to hop back on there. Appreciate it. Who
are you playing?
A good I was playing Zafina. I was playing Marizo.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing Zafina.
Is she fun? Is she fun? I've not played any Marizo. Is she fun? She seems fun.
She's fun, but
what's that mean?
She's fun, but so like she's fun, but you really gotta. I feel like you gotta be good at Tekken to play her at a high level. I'll say that.
No, I heard. She doesn't seem to have like just like +5 into bullshit. Like she has to take the poke. Yeah, she doesn't have the Tekken 8. She doesn't have the Tekken 8 serum. I heard.
I'll say that.
That's
She's
true.
like, she feels more like a Tekken 7.5 character where everybody else is playing Tekken 8.
Maybe like, in terms of frames, I can see it. Yeah.
In terms of frames.
Yeah.
Zafina, I can just go into Scarecrow.
You got some dumb shit. You got some dumb shit with Zafina.
Just go into Scarecrow and throw some fucking lows out because nobody knows how to block their legs
I heard.
underneath GOD and get it.
Yeah, I heard.
But yeah, a few like majority of my sessions that I played on Tekken 8, I'm in a VC with Emery and some other dudes. I'm playing and Emery in there watching my stream, cheering me on and everything. They're like, yeah, bust his ass. I'm like, I'm going to, bro. I miss a low parry, I get cussed out. You know,
100%.
It's just
that's fighting games. That's fighting games, man.
It brings me back. It brings me back. So yeah, that community aspect, that family aspect, and all that. That's really what's kept me around for as long as I have. And now I'm at a point now to where I'm like, I want to be able to, help other people if they so need it, and basically just try to be the same person that other people were to me when I felt like I didn't even want to play this no more, and that's just kind of the spot that I'm at. And like, as far as like DOA, and then as far as the game itself, like, what can I say? I've been playing this game for the better half of a decade now. So like, it's just kind of just like my shit. It's kind of like the same thing to how like I would have been if I was just stuck to Tekken the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yes and no. I think low-key, I mean, everything worked out for the best. I think the fact that you left Tekken, because Tekken community kind of went down the shitter in many ways. And I think being part of a smaller community has that advantage because, like, everyone. Like, when if you're making content or you're in the content creator, like, lobbies all of the time, guess what? You meet hoodless. You meet the best in the region. You met, like, you will have your encounter with the best. It's same with like Virtua Fighter. If you throw yourself into if you just want to be able to play ranked mode every day, nonstop, forever, without thinking, VF is not going to be that game for you. DOA is not going to be that game for you. But like the great thing about that's the downside. The great thing about VF though or DOA is that if you actually are an active participant in the community and not an asshole, one day you just bump into a fucking hoodless, or you bump into gentleman thief. Like you'll bump into the best place in the world, and like all of a sudden you have like an active, obviously an online relationship, but an online relationship with like the killers and fellow scrubs. Yeah. And it's like, it's just, people don't get that. Like, I love Tekken, of course, real Tekken. I have no relationship with Austin Ash. I have no relationship with like Joker. Obviously, they know each other and everything like that. But like, I have no relationship with like these motherfuckers. But one of the great things about playing a smaller fighting game is that like, no one is here for clout. They're here for the love of the game. And so you end up just meeting everyone. And it's hard to put into words just how fucking dope that is. How you can just be like, no, the second the best players in the world see that you actually care about their game, they'll just come out of the woodwork just to support you and to help you support them. And like, it's hard. It is hard to put that into words. To be like, one day I'm watching, like I say, Gentleman Thief fucking win Combo Breaker, right, against fucking Itabashi Zangief, right? So in my head, I'm like, oh, he's like a figure. And then the next week he's in my stream, just being like, yo, you gotta duck that. I'm like, no, you're right. It's funny. And again, it's like that second part, the relationship part of being like, yo, you gotta duck that. You kind of free. You kind of trash. Oh, okay, the good games. Like that's the fighting game. That's what real fighting games are about. And like, I think like large fighting games can convince thousands of people to lose sight of that. We got two esports. We just became two esports. Yeah. I mean, Mike Ross has been talking about this since forever, right? Like we lost a lot in the esports transition, and there's a whole generation, maybe two generations now of gamers at least, who all they know is the esports era, and they don't know the sort of like, no, just lobbies, just lobbies, voice chats, Discord, and be like, I don't really want to talk to people. I just want to play randoms. I'm like, you think you want to play randoms? If fighting games was just playing randoms, this is a shitty genre. So I'm just gonna play randoms. I'll play Call of Duty. Like it is like meaningful interactions with humans, and be like, you mashed there, you fucking scrub. I mean, I'd be telling you that, and I'd be like, I knew you trying hard kick, son. So I had to check you. Like that kind of, that's what it's about. Even me and Mike, I was having Mike Holler, we're having this like, both of us kind of like bummed out with Tekken, but we had our first 10 a while back, and he was like, you know what? I'm motivated now. Like he was like, I'm motivated because he lost the first 10, right? But even when he lost the first 10, I was bodying him at first, and then he started to clock on. He went on like a 4-game win streak, and then I managed to edge him out towards the end, right? And it was like, but win or lose, it was that interaction over 10 games or more than 10 games, and being like, man, you know what? I'm gonna fucking hit the lab. I ain't gonna let you do me like that. Like that rivalry and stuff, and we're both smiling at the end. I'm like, that's fighting games, and you can't get that from first to 2 online ranked. You just can't get that, right? And I'm trying to, I get a lot of resistance when I have conversations with people. I'm like, I think too many people are just like obsessed with just first to 2 algorithm match me up with a random. I'm like, that's not fighting games. I'm like, that's just, people just don't know. People just don't know. I mean, again, everyone's allowed to want what they want, but I'm like, I'm scared that like what makes fighting games worthwhile is dying.
I feel like people that are obsessed with the first to 2, first to 3s and stuff with randoms, I think it's just the mindset is different. I think those people are more concerned with either being good at a game or just getting the top rank at a game or something like that.
Sure.
More so than the actual like interactive experiences. Like I think it just ties down to different values. Like people don't really care about trying to, improve anything other than just themselves,
But like I hear it, but maybe this is just philosophy, I guess, but like these are just video games. Being good at this video game,
it means nothing in the grand scheme.
Yeah, exactly. It means nothing, right? That's my point. Like the only value that these video games have is that they can facilitate relationships. That's the only value that they have. So it's like, I reached GOD 6, but I don't have a relationship with any other person who plays this fighting game. I'm like, you wasted your life. Like you wasted your time, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm Hotstuck Fujin, but like I have this like fun rivalry with this other guy who's Hotstuck Fujin. I'm like, no, that guy's actually playing fighting games correctly. Like that second guy is actually doing it correctly. Like, and maybe I don't have the right to say that. Obviously, you pay for the game. You can play it however you want. But I just think there's a lot of people who they're ranked warriors because all they know is the ranked grind. They don't know because they didn't have the arcade. They didn't have their cousins. They didn't have the experience that we know, so they don't know any better. So yeah, some people it's like they do know any better, and that's what they choose. But I think a lot of people like they just don't know. They don't have an arcade. They don't have a dojo. They don't have Saturday afternoon fucking all the chores are done, so all the kids in the neighborhood are around in the living room, and we're just talking shit, playing video games, eating pizza, drinking Pepsi Max, right? Like they don't know. No, that's fighting games, bro. Like that is actually fighting games. It's a large part of the reason why, like, you know, Excellent Adventures of Mike Ross and Gutex was like such a big show in fighting games, even if you didn't watch Street Fighter, because it was just like two dudes on the sofa playing ranked, but it was their yapping with each other and bitching about the game together that made it enjoyable. Even for me, I've had the channel for years, but ironically, it was only when I stopped doing quote unquote tutorials and just started yapping, talking to people, talking about the experience, that people were like, okay, I'll watch this. Because if I just want to watch people play, I just watch people play, or better yet, play myself. But like, it's the relationship with people. This move is cheap. You're right. Let's bitch about it. Let's bitch about Cassie for an hour. You're right. Like, let's bitch about Xiaoyu for an hour. You're right. Like that. Like the human aspect is the part that the software just exists to facilitate like human relationships, and I just feel that people just don't get it. People don't get it, or maybe I don't get it.
I think a lot of it also ties to the culture it's in, because like with how things are on the internet, like you can almost start like a whole, like, I think people are under the impression you can start a whole YouTube channel just off of getting the top rank in a video game. Yeah.
Like
I think that's just a value of the culture that we're in, because so not to throw nobody under the bus, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But when the Little Majin beat JDCR at Evo. Very great set. Very, very, very great. It was iconic moment for Tekken. Everybody heard about that shit. I feel like, I don't like, not to say anything against Lil Majin, because I don't hate him. I don't got nothing against bro. But I didn't know who Lil Majin was till after he beat JDCR.
Yes.
Even though he's like very, you know, after I did my research, I'm like, oh, he's been in these streets for a minute, you know. But it's like he just popped off, like he just became everywhere after that match. Yes. And I think people seen stuff like that. I think people have seen cases like that where you can start a whole career off of, you know, placing well at events and getting high ranks and stuff like that. I feel like people have seen that like be able to translate into like a whole career online, right? And I feel like they've been trying to chase that. But they've missed out on the, like you said, for one thing, Lil Majin was known ahead of time. Like he was even if we didn't know, I mean, I knew him because I was deep in the trenches. But yeah, he was known. But more importantly, even that moment, even if we say, okay, he blew up because of that moment, okay, but what that moment constitute? That was the god of Tekken at the time, or one of the gods of Tekken at the time, and a national contender, but with no accolades. He was the underdog. It's David versus Goliath. That's always going to pop off. Yeah. Like right now we have the World Cup. If we have fucking Iran versus Brazil and Iran wins, bro, people who don't give a fuck about football going to be like, yo, like that's just human nature, right? Like, so that's, I know obviously the people's eyebrow to the camera. Come on, cuz. Like that did more than the moves. Right. Like it's more than just what happened in the software. It's the story around the software that really made that happen. And another case in point, again, no disrespect to Pokchop, I've not seen Pokchop win a major in forever. But Pokchop is a fan favorite. I subscribe to that motherfucker. The moments that he make, it's the moments that he makes.
Yes, exactly. That's why you follow this motherfucker. More than people who have won. There are people who have won infinitely more than Pokchop, who I am interested in infinitely less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I don't care. Like, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like if more people have been like chasing what they see like out of Pokechop, versus just trying to get results and seeing that results equals a career. If people swap mindsets to that, I feel like the community aspect of fighting games would be in a lot better of a state.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think people get too blinded by the results and the careers and the money and stuff like that without looking at no other type of context to it. Because like we already discussed, Lil Majin was already known at the time and stuff like that. Like that context is important, but nobody, like most people, like a casual viewer is not going to see that. They just going to see, oh, this random dude with a beard just played King and buzzed JDCR's ass, and now he has a career. I can do that too.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It's like it wasn't the bust ass.
So,
I mean, the bust ass was a part of it, but it was the personality that came with it.
Yeah.
Fucking the smirk, fucking people's eyebrow. That
smirk,
shit was
the eyebrow.
Bro, that's what it was,
the
bro.
Personality behind it.
100%. It's like being a pro wrestler. You can't just be good in the ring. You got to be able to cut a promo, or you ain't never gonna be selling the merchandise.
Yep.
Oh, it's so true. It's so true. But yeah, I think that's mostly what I wanted to talk to you about. I want to talk about, like, obviously not just DOA, but more importantly, community and its place in that. So that was a good chat. Where can folks find you? Let them know. I'm gonna show your page, but where can folks find you? I know you got your YouTube. Are you doing Twitch, or is it mostly just YouTube? I know you do some Twitch. So
I'm doing. I stream when I stream. I multi-stream, so I do YouTube and Twitch. I've tried. I'm mostly active on YouTube, where I'm just doing like video content.
That's it.
You can find me on Golden Ghost Cartel on both YouTube and Twitch.
But it's a 5 though. No S. It's a 5.
Yeah, it's a 5, not a S.
Yes,
5, not a S.
Yes. So I'm showing on screen now, but definitely go follow, because you're good people. More important just being good fighting game people. You're good people, and I think that's the key. And your content, obviously, I'll be watching Emery, I'll be watching Zachariah, but your take on LR is I'm very curious about. I can't wait for that shit. I cannot wait. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Let me drop the link in the actual chats. Give me a second. I gotta save it. But yeah, I can't wait for that stuff. Are you gonna team up with those other content creators, or are you gonna be doing your own stuff first, and then you can you can cry about it after the fact?
I'm gonna get like I said, I have a content plan of everything that I need to get out. But I am going to be seeing like what all Emery has going on, because that's like my main guy. Like that's like the main community that I'm in and stuff like that. I'm gonna obviously keep my eye open for everybody else, see what everybody else has going on in my circle.
Yes.
And we'll just go from there, to be honest. After I get through my major videos and stuff like that, I'll try to come out with a full condensed take on it.
Like a review.
But if you want to see my knee-jerk reaction, just look out for me to stream on release day.
Yeah, I mean, I want both. I want like the initial thing, and then also like, all right, I've digested it for a week, and then like, all right, these are my actual thoughts. Because like I said, I have opinions, but they are tourist opinions. Loving tourists, but they're tourist opinions. I really want to know, because I said, fighting games are about community, and the way the DOA community treated me in my brief stint, I'm like, I'm rooting for you guys forever. Like, I want you to get the game you deserve. So even though I'm not emotionally invested I'm emotionally invested as a distance. Like, I want you guys to have a version of the game. Like, finally, we can finally play the game that we love in the condition that we want. And so every time I see disappointing news, there's a part of me that laughs, obviously, because I'm a hater, but the bigger part of me is like, that sucks, man. These guys deserve a good version of the game. So I'm praying for you. It's not looking likely, but I'm praying for you. I'm praying.
Yeah, I'm just praying that it's I'm pleasantly surprised, because my expectations is on the floor.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm keeping them there. I'm keeping them there as to not disappoint myself.
Yeah, I'll hear it.
As far as the community goes, what I'll say is this: the community's been supporting this game since it's been. Even when the devs haven't been supporting it for like the last 7 years, through their events, through their things, through lobbies, through Discord servers, through Discord chats, VCs. I've been obviously trying to do my part. I've been interviewing top players for the last couple of years with my little DOA primetime stuff, where basically I just show off player highlights from people that are still supporting the game, on top of interviewing people that's been supporting the game for years and stuff like that. We've done a lot to try and keep this series alive. And I feel like no matter how last round comes out, because there's gonna be people that's gonna try to keep that torch. There's gonna try to keep that torch burning. I feel like, and that's not off of the strength of how good the game is, but just off the strength of how much the community loves this series. So
I respect it. I respect it, man. Yeah.
That's really all I can really say about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously I'm a fan of DOA, but I'm a consumer first.
Yeah.
So even though I'm gonna stick around for this game, I'm gonna make my content for this game, I'm gonna still be playing this game. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all it's a perfect product.
Yeah.
If it comes out and it's not a perfect product, I'm gonna let you know it's not a perfect product.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna tell it like it is. But
I'm at the point now where it's like, if the game has crossplay and rollback, I actually will pick it up. Actually, because I like DOA enough that I'll play it occasionally. I'll play it occasionally. But like, if it ain't there, I can't support it. So I hope it gets it. And even if it doesn't, let's say maybe it comes later, in which case it's poor project management, but fuck it. So long as you guys get the shit you need eventually. Because man, even crossplay would do so much for your community. Because you're split over PC and PlayStation. You're split, bro. Even crossplay would do so much. It's crossplay. Yeah. Ugh. Anyway, but hey, they said there was no Mai and Kula, and now Mai and Kula back. You know, they said there's no crossplay. Maybe they will be. We'll see. Yeah, we will see.
It's only a matter of time. I'm not gonna lie, for the last like week and a half, I've been pretty silent. Just like on Twitter, I've seen a bunch of takes, but I haven't really gave my take because I'm like, there's no real point in trying to like be doom and gloom or super hopium. I'm just at this point, we're just waiting. We're just waiting for the game to come out, and then I'll make my judgment then.
Yeah, I heard. All right, it's been a pleasure, Golden Ghost Cartel. Thank you so much. We'll collab again. We'll definitely. I can't wait to see the postmortem. But yeah, sorry it took so long to make this happen. It's been long overdue. But yeah, good to hang out with you. And everyone go follow. Ever, yeah, exactly. But everyone go follow. Go follow. It's good people. And we all know that sooner or later we'll all be playing Virtua Fighter Crossroads anyway. So who cares? So get it. Who cares? Like whatever. Like even this game sucks, whatever.
VF, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Vanessa for Crossroads.
She ain't coming back, bro. She ain't coming back.
Yo, Vanessa for Crossroads.
She ain't coming back, bro. I want her back. She ain't coming back. Yo, Rushdown. Hold on. Rushdown Turtle. Hey, Chad. Can I make a quick announcement? What are you announcing? Please tell me you made a new video. You made a new video? You made a new Virtua Fighter video? What are you announcing? Come on, make it good. What are you announcing?
All right, Chad. Thanks for having me.
No worries, player. In a bit. Thank you so much, man. Peace.
No problem.
Golden Ghosts, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Ghosts, good people. I mean to collab with this guy for ages. He's good. And you got to check out his stories. Go on his YouTube, check out his stories. Because he's got some... Bro, he was out here trying to fucking mac on every girl playing DOA. And bro, he's got some tales. Hold on. My store is open again. There is also international shipping option. Oh, you have some cool shirts. All right, cool. You posted a link? All right, cool. He's got it. All right, hold on. Can they? All right, they can see it on Twitch. They can't see it on YouTube. Let me post on YouTube. Give me a second. Copy. Paste. Rushdown Turtle. So Rushdown Turtle, it's a big member of the VF community. Super cool dude. He's one of the few people that actually reached out to me when I was getting fucking shit on in the VF Reddit. And he makes cool shirts, like cool fighting game shirts. So go check it out. If you're not interested, fine, but go check it out. Just go look. If you don't want to buy nothing, that's fine. Just go look. You know? Just go look. Just go look. There's some good shit. There'll be some shit you want for sure. Christmas ain't that far away. You know what I'm saying? I know it's summer, but you know, get a hit. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. It's been good shit. Obviously it's been 3 hours, so I ain't gonna do lobbies tonight, but I'll do lobbies on Monday. I know it's been off for the weekend, but I'll be back on every day next week, doing good shit. Thanks for joining. Ladies YouTube, so the love. And as for you guys, I've been lurking for hours. Now I appreciate it. Don't worry, rush down. As